All right, and we're live. That should have worked. Hopefully it did. Welcome to the next episode of Sword of Victory. I almost said Gathering of Branches.
I've taken over.
Right? Yeah, speaking of Gathering of Branches, we have Aranmi, or Megan, really. Let's be honest. Unless you're... Well, actually, Discord says Aranmi, so I'm sticking with it.
Right.
Yeah. All right, let's do some introductions, guys, and then we can roll into game.
Alrighty, I assume we start with me,
start
or
with
do we
you.
start with the guest?
Usually we start with me.
Alrighty.
But, yeah.
Yeah, you didn't say anything, so I was
I know,
like, is
that's
now
what I
my
mean.
time? Hello! Yeah. My name is Thomas. I'll be playing Sir Edrich. If I seem a little bit fuzzy, it's because I have a mouthful of peanut butter. And also I just woke up at just about half an hour ago. It's 5:30 in Australia. Alrighty, that's me.
And thanks again for doing this.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. So we're just before we go through introductions, the reason why we are doing this, I forgot to mention that, I'm away tomorrow, so we won't have our normal time for tomorrow. This is a replacement episode. And it's Sir Perin's wedding. All right. Mark, your go.
Hi, I am Mark, and today I am Carmen San Diego. As well, I will be playing Sir Florence of Idmiston. And I'm excited for the wedding we have today. And sure, nothing will ever go wrong. It'll be completely fine. No issues whatsoever.
Yeah, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Awesome. And Liam.
Hi everybody, I'm Liam. Hi, I am playing Sir Perin of Durnford. Here comes the groom. He's dressed like a loon. I'm very excited for this wedding to go totally well and not with any issues whatsoever.
There's never any
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, Megan, what can you tell us about Aranmi?
Well, she's going to be very pleasant today, for sure. I guess since I'm not on Gathering of Branches, I should describe her.
We can do that a little bit in game if you want, but maybe just a high concept pitch would be good.
Well, high concept, Aranwi is a lady knight from Summerland County, the place that got raided by Salisbury a few years ago. And she's so over it. She's really over it. She was recently knighted by the Prince Melwis, the other one. And now she's been invited to a wedding. I think because her lady has been invited to a wedding and 100%.
And I will get into explaining of that. Actually, now's a good time as any. Lady Gwynedd is originally from the Saxon Shore. She is a cousin to your Lady Bronwyn. Okay.
Wow, we're like knights-in-law or something now, Liam.
Cool. Who are you?
Yeah.
Who is this scarred girl here?
Who is this happy lost child?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And why does she look like she hates me?
Okay, so I'll do a couple of updates for you guys just so you're aware. First and foremost, before we dive in, Liam, is there anything that you like? Did you want to actually tackle the ceremony at all? Or is there anything you wanted to describe about the ceremony that was really important?
That's up to you. I don't think we've seen a ceremony in game before, so I'm not totally sure. I might need you to hold my hand through it if we do, but
I don't friggin' know like what it looks like either, to be quite honest. Like,
okay. In that case,
the furthest back I can go is like Tudors era. Maybe I could probably nail that, but not Dark Ages. They slap each other or something.
Yeah, exactly. With a glove. Let this be the last unmarried blow you ever take. Let's just go to do the feast then, if we're not super clear on it, because I feel like that's something that we'd like to not fumble through. Anything
important as far as like setting notes for it or sincerity for it for Perin? What's Perin's emotional state look like during the ceremony and stuff? Like-
Probably more nervous than most people have seen him. He's usually pretty smiley and in control of himself, but he's probably been a lot more like fumbly with his words and whatnot. I think he would have liked to have the ceremony near running water, if that's a viable thing, like a river or something like that. But otherwise, I think it's nothing too extravagant. They don't have a ton of money to play with, so it's mostly
do you
about
want to do it over at Winterbourne Stoke?
Ooh,
that's literally water, right? Like that's
if Edrich
Winterbourne is.
No, that's Florence. Florence, is that
that's
cool with you?
Edric's manor.
Oh, it is Edric's.
Winterbourne Stoke is Edric's manor.
Florence is cool with it.
Very happy. Yeah, Edric would be very happy. It's just, the House of Winterbourne Stoke has been going through some troubled times. It'll be good to see more people. Good to get some tourist money rolling.
It'll stimulate your economy, exactly. Yeah.
I've got to buy a lot of food real quick. But no, Edric would be 100% happy to put up his friend for the wedding. He just needs to absolutely make sure there's no sign of the plagued body. And all of the cows with more heads than normal are just in the stables.
I'm sure
Pick
we
someone's body behind like a door.
We
all
spent
a couple of weeks,
anyways. And
yeah.
That, your uncle's death and then the curse of the other steward, that has nothing to do with an ongoing curse on your so should be
Things
fine.
to do with an ongoing curse, of course. But yes, Edric would absolutely be happy. He's been training his stewardship skill, so hopefully he can manage that. Other people in Discord would be able to see Lily on my pillow.
Yes, Lily.
Yeah.
Lily.
But yes, certainly. Running water, we've got a lot of that.
Awesome. Okay, so there are a number of knights that and other guests and stuff that aren't on screen. These are the faces you know. That's what it is. Because there are people from Lady Branman, even though she was a vassal knight's daughter, right? So by was, I mean that no longer is the case, but but still comes with the allies and friends and all that stuff that one might expect versus the household knight.
Right. This is mostly what's on screen is mostly Perin's invite list.
Yeah. You might notice some different shields on certain people. That is what it is, and that's on purpose. Just noting here too, I created your squires have been upgraded. So
hey, they look so handsome.
Gortrix is here with Edith, who is now 20 years old.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So close to being knighted. I'm very proud.
Yeah. And then Ariel, Briss, and Sinjin. No, Ariel, Sinjin, and Dio are all. Nope, Ariel's not. I think Sinjin and Dio are 20 as well. And then I forget what Ariel's age is. And then Briss.
He was younger, I feel like.
Yeah.
Briss is 15, I think.
He was 15 in 487, so he's 17 now. So.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I forgot which one my squire was. It's been a while.
Mine is Dio.
Dio, Briss.
I think I was Siegen. I think Siegen was mine.
Sounds about right.
Crygen. Whichever.
I forget. I'd have to check the Discord. I had it figured out late last night.
I like it says honorable but lazy squire. He carried his liege lord's liege lord just through miles of contested battlefield when he was wounded.
Well, that was necessary.
He's
the
upskilled.
rest,
yeah, a little bit, but yeah. Gwegon's here.
Gwegon. He's
Harriet.
knighted now. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. He's Sir
Yay.
Gwegon. And then of course Perin's household. Wait, no, or was that Edrich? Is it?
I think Sib knows. I think Sib knows mine.
Perin, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just making sure I got it right.
Yeah, mine was a Newton Manor.
Oh, sorry, Bob. Conrog. or Karnog.
Mm-hmm.
Karnog was my household knight. Sibno was my sire. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
I forgot to build Karanog, actually. So my mistake there. Maybe I'll come up with an icon for him. He's here as well. Your household knight's here.
Hooray!
Yeah.
I'm sure he's fine with whatever he's doing.
Okay. Any specific orders, Perin, that you want to give? Like, obviously, you're seated above the salt for this. Is there anything you want to give?
In the seating arrangement, I'd like to keep Sir Blaine's and Sir Roderick not staring directly at each other the entire dinner. That's the only big one.
Is this appropriate? Like where their
I
positions
think
are?
I think it's totally fine as long as they're not like staring at each other with hatred the entire dinner. I think they're fine. Slightly off center is good.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good.
What? Start some drama. Be brave. Don't be shy.
Right. The squires and the kids are on the floor. Let's find out where our knights are. The rest of
Speaking of kids, did one of the twins perhaps bring a child here?
We can find out.
Oh.
Indeed.
Oh no.
What do you mean we can
Gorshik
find
becomes
out?
very stealthy for a man so large.
Somehow he hides behind
But
Cadfile.
yes. After leading Perin to the host's table, he's like, all right, now the knife damage to the chair, that's meant to be there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
This goblet, don't worry about it. It was crushed in a fit of rage, not mine.
Oh. Okay, all right, interesting.
I just imagine. You see that chair right there where you're gonna sit? That's the chair that my father died in. Anyway, have fun.
All right. So near the salt for Edrich. Both Florence and Aaron, we can make their appearance tests as well, or appeal, which will be soon. I like that name better.
I fumbled, baby.
Oh, no, on the floor.
Roll one more time.
That does
you gotta-
track.
No, not yet.
No.
Yeah,
No.
you gotta
One
test.
more
again.
time, and
more
if she
time.
fails again,
Okay.
then
That does track. I don't know who you are.
Yeah, baby, I've got a 7 in appearance. I'm not succeeding on this.
Oh.
No. Yeah.
okay, yeah, you are on the floor.
I get to sit with the cool kids. Ariel, hi, buddy. You and me.
Children.
Yeah, you're
Literal
sitting
children.
with your squire.
And
How
then-
do you do, fellow kids?
We find, I mean, this
Oh.
makes sense. I was actually going to create a mechanic where, because this isn't a full feast hall, it's not in Sarum, it's in like Winterbourne, Stoke, right? So it's not meant for this many people. It's like one of those, it's like, oh, we had another night coming that we didn't know was coming from Summerland. Oh, well, there's the seats
Literally.
over there.
We've got Cadfile set up on a sofa, so I guess you're just. We pushed the sofa up against the table, so I guess you might have to sit on the floor. I'm sorry.
Edrich just sees 5 people coming in through the gates and goes, okay.
Oh, God.
Carpenters! A new chair! Immediately!
There's
This is why your peasants are revolting.
My peasants aren't revolting. My peasants like me. I don't like my peasants because I've been burned one too many times.
No, it's Florence's peasants. They hate him. That's
Yeah.
they're like 17, aren't they, or something crazy?
Yeah, it's 17.
Oh,
I just think
I'm
they
about to
haven't
be-
quite. Yeah, I just think they haven't gotten to really get to know the real him. You know.
Yeah.
I know you guys are starving and don't feel like you're being protected and looked out for. But look at this! Horses!
Horses.
Isn't that great?
isn't it wonderful?
And
But-
your sister, if I may say so, is very
No, they're not for
attractive.
yours.
Hello.
They're not
No,
your
yeah,
horses. They're
You
mine.
can't.
They're
In
mine.
fact, you're not even actually really allowed to look at the horses. It's a capital offense. But like, I mean, besides this, obviously, you're allowed to look at them right now. But after that, you will
horses
be
are
executed.
basically like a prince. Like, you can't look him in the eye, otherwise you're like, that's executional.
So you will note that there's no sign of Madoc here.
I can be civil.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I also note, I really wanted to have Madoc, but I couldn't justify it. for reasons. You also know that there are a couple of knights that are seated above the salt. Perin that you're not as familiar with. They would have been invited from Lady Bronwyn. They're older, like they're in their 30s and or 40s and 50s, really.
Sure.
They seem to be important. The way people are interacting with them, they seem to be someone important. So,
Interesting. All right.
and I guess Pomponia would probably be actually not above the salt this time, since Florence isn't. So.
No, it's all right. Pomponia can sit above Florence. I'm fine with that.
There we go. Put it right here.
There we go.
Always.
Honestly, Gwagon's probably got a less of a seat than she does. There.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for paying through that. So yeah, there's a couple of knights that you're not as familiar with over there, and we shall launch into round 1. It's a 5-round feast. This is what
Round
we are
1.
doing today.
Ooh, what are we eating? What
Yes,
have
thank
Edrich's
you.
cooks prepared? What horrors?
Parsley bread.
Parsley
Ooh.
bread. Parsley bread sounds
Alright.
nice and is a good actual first main, but it's not as extravagant as a cockatrice.
We need the cockatrice. Edric,
Whole-
come on.
Whole dry spices to aid in digestion. That's the main
We
course.
did this one time in the Logros feast, and I thought it was what everyone else was doing. It
There's-
seemed okay, so
there's
just
some whispers
take this
of, like-
cardamom pod and just
Take all the crops that Salisbury's had in its drought times. Here you go. Here's some dry spices.
What else do we have for this feast? I don't know. We got like some spices in the back.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Okay. Let's go from there.
All right. So, now my feast actions remind me what benefit does temperate and indulgent have? It impresses the host, right? But I'm the host.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that don't need to.
It could play off the same way if you're being a good host, right? It'd be like a hospitality kind of thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do have a passion for that. What else? I can game, right? That's something that I can
game. You can intrigue.
Okay.
And you can flirt.
you can flirt, but for
yeah.
reasons that are obvious, this isn't the time nor place.
Well,
Uh,
depending
a
on
wedding.
who. Yeah.
Depending on who, yes.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like I want everybody to have a good time. I want this to be a feast to remember. So I'm gonna roll hospitality passion, and then I'm gonna roll temperate and see if I can get people to party. That's a success on my hospitality.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's a critical
Ooh.
temperate.
Well done.
Oh,
Damn.
You guys are gonna have such a nice time, I swear to God.
I believe there was a rule for if you crit it. I'm gonna check real quick. I think that does.
Everybody's
Over
suddenly
my
hammered.
dead
Oh,
body.
no. Oh no.
And you roll temperate. Sorry, I'm just taking a look here to see what I can find.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
I'm just remembering that scene from Blackadder 2. Great booze up, Edmund!
Hey, Thomas, have you noticed this as well here?
What am I looking at?
Uh,
Oh no! Oh no!
All right.
we're gonna get alcohol into both of them, and that's not gonna be a problem whatsoever.
For sure.
So, Jareth, you know the difference between you and me? I can beat you to death with my bare hands, and you can't. No,
All
no,
right.
two difference. I have the ear of the king, and you don't.
Oh,
Oh boy.
scathing.
Right. I'm gonna give you an opportunity here because this will be funny, Liam. So first off, tick hospitality and temperate.
Oh, hell yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll be the benefit of your crit there.
My
So you
crits.
yeah.
Cool. Both of them are ticked.
So you see your original sire, Sir Cadford from Newton Manor. Not Newton Manor, from Humble Creek Manor.
Humble Creek. Yeah.
He's a little hammered already. And you hear him, like, kind of, his voice is getting, like, high. He's angry because he didn't get parsley bread. And he's, like, demanding to speak to someone in the kitchen right now. He's like, I want to talk to someone in the kitchen. That smelled good, and you didn't make enough. And he's like getting all mad about it. And he's not doing it towards Perin. It's like to this. He's being rude to your staff, basically.
And he's being rude to probably Edric's staff.
Edric's
stuff.
Or Edric's staff, yeah.
Okay. This seems like something I should probably intervene on as a good host, and Perin will kind of make his way over. Oh.
Now to note that you were given plenty of parsley bread as.
Oh, we do. Okay, cool.
you were specifically as a groom. You were given extra.
Oh,
yeah.
That's where my temperate comes in.
Yeah.
Ah, all right. Then if I'm overhearing this, then I'm for sure just gonna take a couple. I'm good. I got plenty, so I'm gonna take some of my good bread, and I'll make my way down.
Okay.
Sir Cadford.
And he's like, you get that cook out here now, or I will slap you funny. And then he like turns to you. He's like, oh, congratulations, Sir Perin. He like no idea that he's like being obnoxious. Like,
Thank you very much, Sir Cadford. It's been a lovely day for all. I couldn't help but overhear you, and I noticed that I had actually taken a bit too much food myself, so I doubt I'll be able to finish it. So, if you don't mind, we'll allow the kitchen staff to get back to the rest of their duties today, and you can simply just have some of mine. And he hands it over.
he'll pat you on the shoulder and he says, "You're too generous, my friend. You've grown up to be quite the man."
Today's a good day to be generous. Just enjoy yourself, and if you have any other problems, just let me know, and I'll make sure that it's handled.
Yeah. He says, it's almost like he's too socially incapable to realize he was making as big of a deal about it as he was, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
That he was being a Karen and asking to talk to someone's manager. So.
I think Perin will also, as soon as Cadford's distracted, is gonna find that servant as well and just go like, "You did very good, with the best of the circumstances. Pay no mind to what he said."
There's a smile at that. Servant says, "Thank you, my lord."
Of course. And enjoy yourself as much as you can while working too. It is supposed to be a party. And he'll just leave, headed back up to the above the salt area.
Awesome. All right, man. And I will, just for the note too, I know I said temperate and hospitality, but I'll give you a tick on generous as well.
Hell yeah! I am a good role player. I get rewards.
Ooh, wedding gifts.
Ooh, if I end up getting generous one more time, I'll be famously generous.
There you go. Same with hospitality.
Yeah.
And is your temperate actually that high? Are you 19 temperate? Wait. No, that was with a +5.
That was with my bonus.
fantastic.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm a 14, so I'm up there, but not that up there.
Awesome. Okay. Now we go to near the soul. Sorry, I was gonna add something. So for the purposes of Dallin and Gortrix, they are NPCs. But if something occurs to them, you will represent them, Thomas and Liam.
Sure.
Indeed.
Also, someone, there are so many NPCs in this dang game. Like, because we haven't. This would be a great time to show off your guys' secondary PCs, but that ain't happening. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll go to Edrich.
I think Edrich was watching the hullabaloo with Cadfred and looking grateful at Sir Perin as he deftly navigates the situation. So he doesn't have to stab anyone. But he would like to speak to some of his servants because he knows this is, particularly in the back, because he knows this is a situation that none of them have quite experienced before. There aren't many feasts at the Winterbourne Stoke Manor because there aren't many people.
Got it.
So he would like to talk to them, and also because they're going to be floating around the keep for a lot of the time, going from place to place. He'd like to ask them, purely in an informal capacity, to keep an eye on people to see if they're getting a little too loud, a little too fighty, so Edrich can handle it before it gets back to, well, the host and reflects badly on everyone and ruins the wedding.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so a couple of things here. I think the first thing we'll get you to do is figure out a trait, a personality trait that best reflects your stance on this. What are you trying to do?
Personality trait, he's looking to make this go as smoothly as possible, and also give his servants a little bit of a, it's not your fault, you're not prepared for this, but you're going to do the best you can, and I believe in you. Anyone speaks to you that way again, speak to me. I'm thinking maybe either generous or modest.
Okay. I'll give you either. I mean, you could even say it's sort of like what is driving it? Is it that you're wanting to be overly, like, your generous side is coming out? Is it that you're trying, not trying, but your modesty is coming out? Or is this like an energetic thing, like you just can't stop buzzing? Like, what is it that's driving you here?
Suspicious?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I can go with energetic. Look, this is an opportunity for multiple things to happen at once, and I want you to know that I'm going to be doing my best as well.
Okay, so go ahead.
Edrich is swooping from place to place.
Give me you can test energetic for yourself. Okay.
6.
All right, so you can take that.
Hell yeah.
On top of that, I want you to test your stewardship.
Alrighty. Now, my stewardship is currently 8.
Mm-hmm.
I would like, because I am a loyal knight of King Uther, and I want my castle to be the best, I would like to roll that. However, if that doesn't work, I would like to roll love of family.
Okay. What is your hospitality?
My hospitality is currently 14.
14. I feel like that's the most appropriate for what you're doing specifically.
That's
Same
fair.
way. Yeah.
I've rolled this 3 times and I've fumbled 2 of them.
Have you? Is that why it's dropped? Was it higher? Was it 16 at one point?
It was higher. It was
Mm.
higher, and then it wasn't. Oh God damn it!
That's amazing.
And you'll do it again.
Do it again.
Wow.
God damn you, Bob!
I think every
I
time
told
you've
you.
rolled it, it's been a fumble.
Yeah.
It's all right,
Every time
Thomas.
I've rolled it, it's been a fumble.
You know what? If that was your love of family, you would have lost a point in love family. So it could have been
If
worse.
it was my love of family, I would have lost a point. If it was homage Uther,
That's all right, Thomas. I'll be hospitable enough for the both of us.
All right. So on that note, your hospitality drops by 1. I think what this represents is your you're just floundering. Like you just you can't seem to keep things in order, and every time you've got something like it feels like you've got a handle on things, something else happens. It's
Exactly,
just a disaster.
something else pops up.
Yeah. And
he can't
and you
solve
don't
this
have
like he can the normal ones, which is blackmail and murder.
what is there? Are you at a minus now?
What do you mean?
14 and
Oh yes,
melancholy.
I am melancholy.
for
Yeah.
1d6 plus 5 days. Wow. Okay.
Edric's having a bad
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So that you're just miserable.
Edrich has been having a bad couple of years.
Yeah. You do gain
so
glory,
Life,
though.
man.
You do gain glory.
For 8 days, Edrich is melancholy. You see Edrich goes into the kitchen and comes out as if he's being followed by a storm cloud. A storm cloud that hates him. Now, I'm going to roll stewardship at a -5.
There are a whole bunch of like really annoying guests too. Like everyone you find like it wasn't just Cadford, it's like other guests that are like getting drunk and like for Perin it's going along great. But for you it's just like as the host there's just certain things that are wrong, Like they're just
You're not even getting the
very
rewards.
badly on me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you will.
I'm going to roll stewardship at a -5.
Oof.
Oh, so
That's
close.
fucking close.
One off the crit.
Oh.
If I had geniality, that would have been perfect.
Yeah,
Wait,
one more.
but
you
alas,
do-
no.
I mean, you gain geniality
Not at the
for this.
beginning. Not
Right.
Yeah.
yes, not at the beginning of the round, unfortunately.
That's
So, very close to glory, but it just escapes him.
Yeah.
Edrich is doing his best, but there is a lot, and of course, the shadows that encroach upon all of reality are beginning to strangle him and drag him down.
Edrich
His life
Villanarch.
is strewn with cowpats from the devil's own satanic herd.
I feel like Edrich has had a bad run, man. Like he's just like he fumbles
Edrich has had
at
a bad run.
Yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm confident there will be an
exactly.
epic turnaround at some point at the right time. So
I'm hoping so.
that or he's
Oh,
just
God,
that
I love
RNG, Crusader King's ruler just gets hit with everything bad that could possibly happen. It's just not an
How
older
am I
fault.
infirm at the age of 25?
Okay, and sorry about that, Tom. I do feel bad, but
No,
Florence,
it's all good.
you're up, Florence.
All right. I think Florence is gonna do what I think most party guests do at a wedding and fuck shit up. Let's draw some cards.
Card time.
Let's
Hot
go. Get 2 because of my glory level. So I got either merrily did he run, an entertainer mocks one of your distinguishing features in his song, or a helping hand. A serving girl asks for advice in taking care of a drunken knight.
If it is merrily did he run, Bob, would Kane be allowed to attend if I invited Kane? Or has he got to stay close to Uther?
He'd be in Uther's court.
Ah, so close.
Yeah.
He's the royal jester.
A helping hand would be very appropriate considering the surroundings, and also Edrich is in no position.
You know what? I'll let Kane be here. I think that's fine. I think Kane can be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Wedding present.
Provided directly by the groom.
Goratrix is here.
What's
If
Madoc gonna?
Goratrix can-
Sorry, what's
Goratrix has Kane tucked under his arm. He's stolen him for the night.
Look, anything for my one-time squire.
You know what? I'm going to do merrily did he run.
Okay.
Which was a good one time.
Alright. So yes, mocks one of Florence's distinguishing features.
Is it the golden hair?
Be the golden hair.
Probably the golden hair.
What were your distinguishing features again?
Distinguishing features are, for facial expression, he pretty much always has a smirk on his face. It's pretty grating, but also something about it you can't deny. His speech, he speaks in a funny tone.
So
Very
true.
distinguished. And then
So
facial
true.
features. I didn't really decide what that one was. I think he just has high cheekbone. Go with that.
My cheekbone squad.
All right. Yeah, I think it's something like that. Like I like that. Like, um, it's almost to feel like it's like what would be good? Cameras are frozen.
Well,
Ooh,
no.
it seems so. I just got a message from Rebecca.
One sec. Not so easily fixed. All right, I'm gonna go to
I
break.
think Edric's
'cause this isn't
tired.
working. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Some technical difficulties. It should now totally never happen ever again.
Fixed forever.
Okay. Where were we? So, merrily did you run entertainer mocks one of your distinguishing features? I think it is your high cheekbones. It makes sense. It's like almost makes him sound unknightly, and I don't want to play too much on a gender comment, but that's absolutely sort of what he does. Sort of makes it sound like you're a bit of a wuss, as it is. But you belong in the court and not in the battlefield. Like, oh, it's our
You're on the
courtly
wrong side of
knight
history,
with
Kane.
high cheekbones. Yeah.
Alright, let's roll with Modestus the Proud, see if I deck this.
What's your
Clown.
proud again?
7. It's not high.
Okay. All right.
Modest is 2.
Yep.
Still a chant.
Good.
Proud failure, so Modest.
Hell yeah.
All
Okay.
right. What a guy.
So I
And-
succeed. And I don't lose my shit.
You don't lose your stuff. Is that
And
it?
you
Is
can,
that
if you wish.
Then I roll Compose. And if I succeed, I get +2 geniality. Unlikely to succeed, considering my Compose is a 1.
Fair enough.
Let's see.
Let's see though.
Is this worth a passion?
No. Not even close.
All right.
Florence just keeps smiling through the whole ordeal.
'Twas a good joke. not entirely inaccurate.
'Twas witty. If not a low blow.
Or a high blow, a high cheekbone blow. Maybe you should turn the other cheekbone.
Ooh, got him.
Got him.
Got him. All right. And then
I think one of our guests was stolen away with the cards.
Oh shit.
I think somebody was.
I
there he
stole him.
goes.
CAD files gone.
There we go.
All right. Iran Way, how's the floor? How's it going?
yeah.
going great, guys. I love sitting with the squires. I mean, I'm 19. I can still pass as a squire, except for
Yeah,
the part
totally.
where one of these squires is mine. That makes it a little bit more difficult. Bob, I have a question. This is Baby's first feast as a knight. Am I allowed to draw cards now?
Yes, you are. You're over 1,000 glory. Yep.
Over 1,000 glory. Oh my
Do you have that
gosh.
on your sheet, by the way? You should.
You gain 1,000
You
glory.
gain
for
1,000
being
glory as being knighted.
I did not add that yet, but
Yeah, I don't think I remember to give you that part. So you got 1,000.
I know we've kept.
That one's
Okay,
unlike the other glory bonuses. That one's instantaneous because it's an actual upgrade to your rank. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So it doesn't wait till the end of the year. That one just comes right in. So.
Do I draw one card?
You do to start. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Click, draw, drag to deal. Okay. Well dressed. A lady passes and comments on your clothing. She notes your choice. I have to roll fashion. Boys.
Yeah, you gotta roll.
My
You gotta roll.
God. What?
I've got a 0 in fashion, so let's just,
Get that one. God.
get that one.
My.
No.
Weird, I didn't get that one. Okay. Failure,
My.
nothing, I guess.
Armor in the feast hall. That's
It's a
fascinating
strange
choice.
Mixed with commoner garb, and you don't even have chainmail yet, do you? Or
No,
did we get-
I used to have really cool armor.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna shut up about that. I used to have the coolest armor ever, and now I have the boiled leather again.
Branwen, when she first made her appearance, looked more in place for this for a feast than Aranvi does right now.
It's really sad that I'm worse than Branwen.
Yeah. The fashion 0. It's just, you're just like, oh. I have hair. It's there.
Oh, right. Actually a little bit more egregious. She's got her gnarly ass scar. And she had her hair over her face at the beginning, but then she got to the threshold and was overcome with such rage. She saw Salisbury Knights and she was just like, fuck this, and redid her braid. It's out there, baby. Everyone has to look at it. Sorry to this lady who had to see her.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
I just imagine they see part of your face and goes,
Keep ass
oh,
on.
that's an interesting... Oh my God!
Yeah. I've got an appearance 7. This is gnarly.
Who invited? Who invited?
Who invited the ugly one?
Who invited
on
me?
the
Lord.
outside.
Who
We
invited
all-
Scab
we
over
all
there?
hold on the inside.
Ooh, killing the
She's the
vibe.
most honest of us all.
Just berated, hey. Love it. Okay. Sorry, I'm spending a lot of time on stuff I shouldn't. Let's continue on. So what do you want to do below the salt? Well dressed, right? Failed fashion. I'm catching up slowly. My brain is coming. So
It
We gotta
is
get
slightly
there
earlier than
eventually.
normal.
yeah. I'm not quite there yet.
The good news is, you get 1 geniality from drawing that card. Though
Nice.
I'm not sure how much geniality you get from being below the salt.
You know 100%
rather
who
on
it
the
would be?
Yeah, 0.
Oh my God.
It would
It's
100% be.
Is that?
That is Jareth's wife.
Yep, that's link to Jared's wife.
Jared's wife.
Hello,
Okay, you
ma'am.
know what? I don't care what she thinks of me.
Yeah.
I don't know who she is, but Megan knows who she is. I don't
God,
give a
that-
shit.
I don't know who
track,
you are, but I
though.
already hate you.
That's so
You're with the
tracks.
Salisbury Knights? Boo.
She says, excuse me, servant. Oh. Sorry, I mistook you for another. I should go.
Have a nice feast.
Have a lovely time. Uh,
Cringe.
Cringe.
yeah.
Bad
All-
times all around.
All right. Eventful round one. Eventful round one. Do we want to do the intermission in between? Does anyone want to talk between player characters? If not, we'll go to round two.
Perin's up by Lady Wife. So if you guys want to speak to him, I'd be happy to have a scene with that. But otherwise, he's staying up there. So
Florence is good.
Edric's not happy, but he's very happy to do that. He would like to speak to his friend and his lady wife.
perfect. Then I suppose as you're coming up, Perin's telling a story about it's like, and they all rushed off just at the speed of light down the road, and I took my sweet time because I had not volunteered to participate. I simply put forward that was something that should happen, and everybody raised their hand and said that they would participate, but I didn't. So while I was going, though, the joke was on me because I came across an incredible sight. I saw a unicorn, something I've never seen before, something truly magical. And it threatened me a little bit, and I carried on my way, and finally when I returned, I just finished tricking my friends, so they didn't believe me when I told them the story. It was a fun day, but it certainly taught me a lesson, more or less. Though I'm not sure if I took the right lesson from it. Oh, Edrich, hi.
I'm lost. I don't know where I'm going. Yes, I remember that day. I remember that day well. Indeed, we have come across a lot more magical entities afterwards, which gives more proof to your words. I think it's safe to say that if I did not believe you then, I believe you now. There is magic in the world, and so often it conspires. It slinks around us and aims to strangle us. Smothers babies in their crib.
Edrich, this is like the third time this has happened. Are you alright? Like, really alright?
I am fine, my friend.
I don't
It is
believe
good
you.
to see you, and I hope you are. Yes, he's playing along. It is good to see you, my friend, and I hope you are enjoying the feast. I have spoken to the servants, and things are going fine. As for you, my lady, it is an honor to finally meet you. I've heard a great deal.
And I have as well. It's a pleasure, Sir Edrich. I hope that your troubles in your lands have diminished. These are wonderful lands.
Aye, they are. They deserve so much better, and yet what do they have for it? They have me, and only me.
Edrich, I think after this, after the wedding we should talk. Like really talk. You've been a good friend to me, and it seems like you're going through a lot right now, and I just hope that you're not too afraid to ask for help.
Yes, pride cometh before a fall, as it always does. Was that my sin? To be Icarus, flying too close to the sun. Oh, how close to that ball of fire I flew. I
think
hope
I might-
you enjoy married life.
I think I might need to roll something to see if this bums me out.
This guy needs a fantasy therapist or something.
Let's say, need some therapy, man.
Oh man. Maybe modest versus proud to see if I'm kind of offended that Edric's bringing down the Arjun the vibe so much.
Dude, this is my wedding. Come on, man.
Yeah, modest
It's
versus
his
proud.
house.
One,
He can cry if he
one more
wants to.
sin. One, right. He can leave his friends behind.
Okay, higher success on modest, but I succeeded on both. I think I'm actually, since I succeeded on both, I think I'm gonna choose proud here, and I'm gonna say that Perin's a little bit bummed out that you're like having such a hard time right now and like expressing it to all the guests and everything. So Perin just kind of smiles and it goes, Edrich.
Oh, yes. Forgive me. In any case, I wish you the best of fortunes in your future life together.
Sure. And Edrich, can you do me a favor, please? This is a tense day for a lot of us, and I know you're doing a lot of hard work and you volunteered a lot of resources to this. But try to focus on something that maybe brings you a little bit more joy. I mean, there's got to be something here that you can spend time on or with that would help inspire some of the lighter aspects of your personality I've seen before. Maybe come up with a game and play it with Florence. Huh? Try to figure out who's going to get in an argument first, or something along those lines.
There are those things which inspire joy and bring me happiness. One is you, the other is Sir Florence.
Then I'd say Sir Florence lies your destination. It's hard to stay in a bad funk with his golden hair and golden smile, right?
Indeed. As Cain did say. All right, I will depart now. My lady, Sir Perin.
After Edrich goes, Perin kind of clears his throat and goes, He's not usually like this.
Yeah.
That's a lie.
Um,
He is.
I think she'll say. I think she'll just say like, I know it's our day, but maybe you should talk to him.
He's been in a bad mood for the last year or so, and his house has had a lot of hardships. I don't know. Maybe it was a mistake to ask him to host here. You're right, of course. I'll speak.
Do you
to
think
him.
we could make it easier on him somehow?
I'm trying to take a lot of the pressure off of his staff. There's a diverse crowd here, and I know specifics here. Some specific people here are not the most graceful when it comes to staff, so... Well, I
think she'll provide some insight. She just says like, I don't mean so much fixing the situation, but maybe fixing his outlook on it.
Yeah, I think...
Give him something positive to think of.
I think we could maybe do that. Let's see. I have an idea. I think we can engage with it during the next feast round. Oh, that's now. Actually, that would be now.
Yeah.
Indeed.
All right.
So that you can knock someone out of melancholy. Sorry, you were gonna say something, Megan?
Yeah, just before the next feast round, I don't need a scene out of this, but I think that interaction with Jareth's darling wife, Aran, we played it off with her, but she felt a little bit disheartened after that. And would she be able to do a position change to stand next to Dallin, because Dallin is the only person she recognizes here?
You don't recognize Gortrix? He's huge.
Yeah,
I'm
Gortrix
right here,
is
man.
scary and big, and she doesn't know that he didn't participate in the raids. But Dallin has gotten a seal of approval from 2 different people that she knows, even though Dallin did do a raid.
Hell yeah.
Now, Dallin's in a situation where you can definitely go talk to him on your interaction if you want. Dallin is seated in and I probably should have specified this, like there's a special table set out for the family of Perin, off to the side, and Dallin's there. But people are walking around mingling. It just would be an action, like if you want to go have a conversation with Dallin, totally there and a totally valid like interaction. But because Dallin's NPC at this one, it would have to be a actual feast action. Now there are 5 rounds. So.
Got it. Yeah, I figured. I just wanted to make it like she's going over there.
Sounds good.
Didn't need a scene out of it. Yeah.
So you're gonna kind of go past there. Okay, and then one sec. Okay. We go into round 2
Edrich,
with...
buddy, you're kind of bumming me out. We
We all have that you are friend, hey?
Yeah.
Separate. poor guy's actually been through the ringer with it, so that doesn't help.
So, how would I go about knocking him out of a funk as an action?
Knocking it out, snap out of it, it's called. It's possible to intentionally and abruptly awaken a melancholic knight, or even a maddened one. Healer. Attempt to oppose resolution between the victim's passion that brought on the state and the healer's passion or trait that they're using. So it would be an attempt for you I'm going to allow you. So normally I wouldn't allow someone to continue a trait, but given that this is your wedding. Actually, no, I won't say that. You can choose what traits you're going to be using to bring him out.
Is it a trait or a passion?
So it's his passion versus a passion or trait your choice.
Passion or trait of my choice. Yeah. Okay.
That appropriately fits, right? So.
Okay. Cool. Well, I've got one that I think would appropriately fit. What's your hospitality? 15, Thomas?
My hospitality is now 13.
13. Okay, cool. I have not great odds, but
so
those are
many
odds.
Times.
All right, I got a question for you, Bob.
Yep.
Would it be possible for me to do an intrigue this turn and try to gather information from some of the people that know Edrich here, like the servants and stuff, about things that typically bring him joy, to kind of give me a boost on the passion roll when I eventually do it?
Absolutely. And thanks, Sensei. Good to see you, man. Welcome here. Sensei Suplex in the house.
Oh, hell yeah.
Why don't you go ahead? Give me that.
All right.
So you are gauging the people, like, so his uncle's here, for starters.
Yep, his uncle, some of the servants that might know him pretty well, basically, I guess Gortrix as well, and just kind of gather information about, like, what is Edrich like? What brings it, like, when he gets like this, how does he usually get out of it,
Yeah, you sense his uncle would be very good.
Is my uncle here?
Oh, your uncle's not here. No, I forgot your uncle's.
My uncle died.
Gortrix would probably be your
quite
best
recently.
Bet.
We've weekend at Bernie's him here. We have to keep up appearances.
Right? Poor man, your luck in this game has been wild. Just wild. And completely the opposite of what you were prior, which is pretty nuts. But.
Exactly. Gortrix is having a whale of a time.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, that is a 12 out of 16 success.
12 out of 16? Yeah. This is I'm gonna let Thomas NPC his old knight. So Thomas, you can play Gortrix.
Perin kind of comes up to Gortrix and goes, Gortrix, could I speak with you for a moment? Away from the table.
Of course, Sir Perin. It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you
I've been
too.
seeing you from afar, but our duties have kept us separate. I have to admit. Oh yes, let's step away from the table. There are ears in the walls, so to speak. And he gestures none too subtly to Sir Jared.
Perin was also implying the same thing, but far more subtly.
I know.
Oh, I missed him. Alrighty. As they kind of take a couple steps away, Perin goes, it's kind of strange having 3 different of my sires here.
Yes, you certainly had interesting luck when it came to that sort of thing.
I had a couple questions for you. I know you've been mostly staying with Uther, but how well do you know Edrich? How he gets by?
I would say I know him relatively well. We are family after all. We are cousins, and we corresponded a good amount of the time that he was squire to Newton Manor, and I was off with your cousin. He is a very He's a very smart boy. He gets in his head quite a lot, but that is the case with a lot of our family. I think you will find that I am somewhat of the odd one out, the odd duck, the
I'm
strange sheep.
I'm getting that impression. Yes. About being the strange sheep. I hope that hopefully puts you in an outsider position where you get to observe a little bit more cleanly. You see, Edric's been somewhat in a dire situation. He's been rather depressed, and it's boiled over into virtually every interaction I've had with him over the last year or so. And even here at this wonderful party, he's constantly talking about, death and hopelessness and other things that are, frankly, quite upsetting for guests and myself and my bride to hear about. So, I suppose I was wondering, if you ever seen him be like this before? How do your family, when your family gets like that, how do you usually bring them out?
That does sound like Edrich. But generally, when people would get inside their own head, I would try and distract them about it. They aren't very. He isn't much of a drinker. Also, like the last time I saw him in the household was when he was 13. So obviously he couldn't exactly be taken to a nearby tavern. But try and get him to focus on the things he's proud of, whether that's something he's working on, something he could create, or indeed friends. He did not have too many. I will admit. But those that he did have, he cherished quite well.
Okay, I think I can work with that.
I'll take an awareness roll from both of you right now. The Goratrix and Perin.
Gortrix
Absolutely.
throwing shade at his cousin.
Fuck!
Didn't have many friends.
Unintentionally.
Well, that was Dallin.
All right, Gartrix.
That was Dallin. I think
Yeah,
I
you
just
rolled it,
it's
Dallin.
no, that was Sir Perrin's role. I just labeled it wrong.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I
Okay.
have
Oh,
the
same roll.
That is perfect.
wonderful.
Is that what Edrich hears? Is Edrich here? No, didn't have too many friends.
No, as you're talking, there's a couple of like kids running around. One just comes smashing into Goratrix and oof. She lands firmly on her bum.
Careful there, little one.
like a full column of meat. Goratrix just doesn't move, but he does look down and go, "Are you all right? Is everything okay? I didn't hurt you, did I?"
She looks up and she's like, "Sorry. No, I'm okay."
No, you needn't worry. And Goratrix will offer a big meaty hand.
You are a tall one for your age. How old are you?
She's like, "I'm 7.
Well, it's delightful to meet you, 7. I'm Perin. How are you liking the wedding?
Oh, you're funny." She's like, "Congratulations."
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Though everything I learned about being funny, I learned from Kane. If you want a real laugh, you should talk to him sometime. I know he can be a little intimidating, but trust me, he's quite the charming one when you get to know him.
She smiles at that.
You are a very well-spoken 7-year-old. I apologize for being in your way. I shall be more aware in future.
She says, "Oh, no worries." She's like, "Sorry, you're tall," she says. And then...
You're observant.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
With that, we're going to give you both, like, a recognize roll.
Thomas knows, Goratrix doesn't. And Goratrix isn't gonna be great.
Yeah, I got no fucking clue who this kid is.
Yeah. Even better.
No me.
It just goes by. She ends up back.
Was that Jarrett's kid?
It's something. No, it didn't look like a Newton Manor kind of person. Anyway, on your way. Ruffles her hair.
What a sweet girl.
Yes, very nice. But what was I to say? No, focus on the things that he can do in the future, and just make him aware that either he's not alone or that he can do things about it.
Maybe we'll make some plans soon. That might work. All right.
Yes,
I've already
They like that a lot.
I've already spent some time with several of his servants, and they all came across pretty much the same thing. If he's thinking, he's not trapped in his head. So if I just give him a direction, that might help.
Exactly. Winterbourne Stoke has been through a lot the last couple of years, and it has been hard on me as well, but he has been much closer to the situation than I have been in recent days. Thank you for looking out for him. It is good that he has a friend.
Of course, Gortrix. And enjoy yourself. I know you're usually on duty at these things, but tonight you're not, so I want to see you having the best time you can.
Okay, but if you need me to toss someone out of a window, you know it would be my honor and my privilege.
Well, Kane is here, so maybe keep that in your back pocket. And he kind of smiles and makes his way away.
Awesome. Good stuff, guys. So the intention to pull Edrich out of melancholy is a future round. Is that the goal, or is it to have?
If you'll let me do it during the interaction, I'll do it during the interaction. But if you'd rather it be a future round, I can do it in a future round.
I'm okay with it being an extended action. In this
All right,
case.
cool. Then Perin is going to gather Florence and Edrich, if he can, and then kind of.
You know what we'll do? We'll do end of the round night
interaction.
Interaction. Does that make sense?
Cool.
Then,
yep, perfect. Perfect with me.
Yeah. if Florence is going to be involved, it makes a lot of sense. So unfortunately, Edrich, you have one round where you can't, but then you'll be good from there. So.
I am accustomed to it. Doom comes to the house of Winterbourne Stoke, and his name is Edrich.
I will note, there are a whole bunch of knights over on this side here that seem to be laughing. I will note that this round that is an event that occurs below the salt. So,
indeed,
Jareth is below the salt. That fucker.
Yeah. I figured that's where you'd put him.
Yeah. I don't care, actually. Perin does not have the same grudge, but, he doesn't like him, but he doesn't hate him like the other guys did.
Yeah. I mean, you'd want to see people for their station. Probably be
exactly
really bad not to. But he's not seated below the salt, but he's mingling with some people below the salt, which,
Gotcha.
He totally, that's not his MO, so he's up to something probably. I'll leave it at that.
Shady bastard.
And we'll go to Edrich.
Got you. I think Edrich, even as depressed as he is, he wants to know what schemes are being done in his own house. So instead of drawing a card, which was my plan, I would like to make an intrigue roll, and I would like to see precisely what's happening.
Okay.
From his position near the salt, he'd like to eavesdrop as best he can, and hopefully not give his position away by wailing anguishedly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you're gonna have to make that particular roll at a -20. I'm sorry.
Intrigue -5, I think, is where you're at.
That's right.
+1 now?
+1 geniality.
Yep. Oh, I forgot about geniality.
That explains what's that.
Oh, I should have been adding my geniality to those rolls. Oh well.
Oh yeah, because you would add it to your awareness.
Oh, I probably wouldn't have allowed it for the awareness. Oh my!
I figured that might be the case.
Oh my god!
Oh, I can make this good. You hear Jareth talking about a lady and how she's likely using the situation to allow an active spy into Salisbury. And you immediately go, it's Lady Violet. He's talking shade against Lady Violet. And he's got like a bunch of the knights, like a lot of the knights are like they seem to be also pretty rude about it. They're like, yeah, what a terrible thing to go against Salisbury like that. Shameful. These are opinionated, like, low knights, basically. Probably knights from
Yeah.
Salisbury that are hanger-ons that you couldn't help but have to invite, Liam. Like,
I
How
imagine,
dare
like,
they.
I mean, Bronwyn spent a decent amount of time with Jaren, so, like, I imagine she made friends over there that ended up getting invited that I got no fucking clue who they are or what their
Yeah.
personalities
Yeah.
are like.
yeah.
So my question to you guys is, you guys ever seen Hamlet?
No, no.
So I think the whole situation would have been way easier if Edrich had done that while he was within his right mind, because he would have gone over and talked to them and, or at the very most, challenged one to a duel. But as it is, in his mindset, as it is melancholy, instead of going up there and in a burst of activity, going, "How dare you!" he's going to sulk, and in his mind, wheels are going to turn, and he is going to plot. He is going to plot to uncover precisely what they're saying, and he is going to destroy them all. And sipping on his bream and eel soup, he is just watching with sullen, dead eyes, never looking away from the back of Sir Jared's neck.
I love it.
Hey, he got a project though. He's plotting. That means he's fixed, right?
Yeah.
I will carve my way through all of Salisbury.
I love it. Okay, we're on to Sir Florence.
All right. Sir Florence with his next turn is going to party hard. Let's throw some cards.
Party.
Story request.
Ooh.
Where is this? Oh.
And Christian blessing.
Ooh.
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 Not bad.
Good.
A lady requests you to tell a story of your daring skill. You roll or rate. It's a chance to earn geniality, or you can get some money.
Oh, both of those seem real appropriate. Does the Christian symbol mean that you have to take it if you're Christian?
You can only take it if you're Christian.
You can only take it if you're Christian.
Yeah.
And then the winter phase, it just means it applies to winter phase.
Yeah.
Both of those are real good for you specifically.
They
I
are.
think I'm going to pick Christian blessing
Yeah.
because my all rate is shit.
Oh, but would have been so good if you critted and Pomponia saw a lady touch your cheek. That's
Yeah.
Okay. Let me just check something. I'm gonna see what cultures the Saxon Shore has. I'm pretty sure they're British Christian. I just want to check. Because it needs to be, if not, it's going to be a local British Christian. Like
British Columbian.
right? I don't think there's a Roman Christian. Saxon Shore, city of Norwich. No, this is, you know what? This is probably a priest invited by your wife, actually. That would make a lot of sense. From Silchester. That would make a ton of sense, actually. One sec. I'm gonna see if I can find someone appropriate.
Thank you for waving, Mark. I saw it. Thank you.
What was that?
Oh, my dad stopped in to give me a little taco, and he
And
he waved.
Harley.
Mark's like, hello.
And Harley was also here. That's true.
Seneschal. forget it. I don't have I don't have a priest in my back pocket that I can make this quickly happen, and I don't want to waste too much time. So it will be a Roman Christian priest from Silchester. He says, Sir Florence?
Indeed. You must be the father that my wife invited. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you as well. I've heard a great many things about you, including the way you've been representing our faith. I wanted to say that I've written a letter to the Archbishop, speaking your praise.
I see. Well, that is truly a high honor.
Would you allow me to bless you appropriately?
Of course.
Bless us, O Lord, for these thine gifts, which we are about to receive, through thine bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen. Whichever way it is,
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been too long.
Would Florence remember?
I think Florence would. I mean, he's... Actually, that's a good question. No, he knows.
Okay, he knows the.
He's got 2 points in Roman Catholic.
Yeah.
He knows the basics.
Florence is quite a religious person. Yeah, I'm sure the amount of times he's prayed, he's got.
At this point,
yeah.
it's probably just reflex. Someone
Florence
says
only
amen,
has
and it's just
2 points, and
Muscle
he's
memory.
like that.
he knows his faith really well, and by that I mean it's mostly stories he was told as a kid. So it's like it's something like that.
It's like
There was a
these are
turtle and a
something.
scorpion, something.
there was a beanstalk, right? Mustard seed. Yeah.
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
That one.
That one.
Yeah.
That's it.
Whatever.
Praise God, though.
And
Something
God
grew.
said,
That's Gorlois' approach to paganism.
God said, "Do as I have said, in the way that I have said," or something along those lines.
And I didn't really listen to what he said, but I'm like, it's probably fine.
No, it's important. Whatever it was.
Whatever it was.
Whatever it
It was very. Oh man, poor represent. I love it. Okay, that is your round, man.
All right.
Okay, and as we move away from Sir Florence, Eranwi, you can give me. You were going to talk to Dallin, actually, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Is this a gossip scenario? What are you looking for here?
I'm not. This scenario is. Jareth's wife scared me so bad. What if someone else tries to talk to me? I need to attach myself to someone right now. Now.
Okay.
So I don't know what stat that is.
It makes sense. You're looking to. This is you've been kind of hung out to dry because of your seating, right? So it's like you can't even be comfortably, around your lady or anything. Like there's you fish out of water just as much as the last time you interacted in Logris. So
Yay!
yeah. I think we will give you a skill test of your choice. It can be like courtesy, intrigue, something along those natures. Or you could choose to be temperate, that sort of thing. But I think you're interacting with Dallin. That's your intention, really.
Yes, my intention is to interact with Dallin. Okay, so courtesy or intrigue or temperate.
Yeah. So temperate would be like is to have something to do with the feast. Maybe you're abstaining a bit from the food and letting others eat. Yeah, something of that sort. Or unless the two of you would want to game, that's the option too.
Oh, Liam's rolling his special skill again.
Killer on me 420.
Whoa! Blaze it.
This is our only opportunity to duel, Megan. We got to do it.
True, we can't fight each other otherwise. I'll do temperate just because That's my best bet. And geniality adds. Is that right?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my god, I've succeeded.
You may take it.
I'm a tick temperate. Okay.
Less alcoholic.
Less alcoholic.
Right.
So
and I
Ron,
shall
we
let
will.
you roleplay. I will sit in silence.
Okay. Ron, we will kind of just leave her plate. She's kind of been put off her appetite anyways because the lady was just mean to her. And she'll kind of like get up and see Dallin and immediately go like, we are talking now. Walks up and then loses steam immediately because she's like, wait, I have to interact now.
That's okay, because as soon as like you are within talking distance and Dallin has noticed you, they smile pretty brightly and they go, Aranwe, it's good to see you, lad.
So Dallin.
Sorry. It's good to see you. How have you been? You look well.
I've been I've been knighted now.
You have? Sir Runway now? Dame. It's Dame,
Dame,
isn't it?
apparently, yes.
That's right. So I forgot Summerlin did that. Congratulations. There's just a hint of like something there.
You want to be me so bad it makes you look stupid.
I'm very happy for you. I think you've definitely earned it. If I were in charge of that sort of thing, I would have knighted you years ago.
Wouldn't have exactly been old enough. I guess I'm not old enough now. It's usually 21.
That's when many of us were knighted, yes.
Correct.
Well, there are a good deal of extenuating circumstances. For me personally, I think that age oftentimes is indicative of a level of experience and skill, but I think there are those who prove to be exceptional outside that, as you have already been. You've seen far more than most squires could ever hope to, so I think they made the right choice by knighting you.
Thank you. How have you been? Since I haven't really heard anything from you.
I've been somewhat of a hermit lately. I was given my own manor, Black Boar Manor. It's a small home and a small homestead in Camelot Forest. I've been doing good to improve it and make it comfortable. Been allowing people to stay pretty regularly. As the last lord was murdered there, I thought that might be a prudent choice. If you ever find yourself at South Salisbury, you're welcome to come and stay, though I understand if you feel that's not something you'd wish.
Hang on. The last lord of the manor was murdered there.
Aye.
Are you safe there?
Are you safe in your line of duty?
I'm safe at home, unless Salisbury attacks again.
Or someone else? Saxons have been pushing pretty regularly. Though there is a twinge of guilt when Dallin says that one specifically.
Yeah, that was intentional.
I'll admit, things have been challenging lately. But, manor homes are only safe for as long as we feel comfortable in them. There is a good opportunity of attack or betrayal from within. It's good to stay mindful of these things. Not paranoid, but mindful.
Have you... And kind of when Dallin says, betrayal from within, she kind of like perks up and is like, have you, dealt with that kind of thing before? What would you do about it?
Dallin kind of leans back for a second. Dallin kind of leans back for a second. I've seen a great number of things Aranwe. And there are few things more devastating than someone you trust or someone you love warping that love in a way that is both deadly and dangerous, depressive. I think that a great number of us can justify a great many things if we put our minds to it, and that makes anyone at risk. I lost a very dear friend of mine, and in the process, well, his mother did some truly unforgivable things for
His mother.
his mother. She had done it for his sake, or for hers, but I think sometimes the line comes so blurred that it's indistinguishable. I'm afraid I don't have very good practical advice for you other than to keep your eyes and your heart open, but I would also say, if or when it happens, don't let it prevent you from trusting again.
I meant more if you knew that someone was gonna at some point, or you suspected, but she couldn't really do anything about it.
There are certain serpents that slither in court. And there's a really subtle glance towards Jareth and his wife there. But since we're sitting kind of behind them, I imagine you'd be able to pick up on it.
She sees Jareth's wife and kind of like makes a little face, and then we're fine.
You're acquainted, I see.
Briefly.
I don't think there is anything you can do about these things. All you can manage is to keep an eye open and lay in certain contingencies. The less room someone has to maneuver, the less room they have to wiggle a knife into your back. Do you understand what I mean?
She gives the like, yes, I understand everything now. Doesn't understand it all. I think I understand what you're saying. I don't really have a good head for that kind of thing, though, so maybe I'll pass that on to the people I know that are a little better at that kind of thing.
Exactly. Find someone you trust who's good at that sort of thing. Sir Edrich is one of the finest navigators that I know in this court. I'd recommend you talk to him. And, of course, Sir Florence's wife, Baroness Pomponia, is also quite effective at these kinds of things. Either one of them are likely to give you good advice.
Right.
And I also understand that it's a bit of a sensitive subject, but neither of them participated in any assaults on your lands, as far as I know.
There was a little bit of tension when Dallin was like, and you should go talk to other people. Oh my god.
Are you okay?
Yeah. I slid too far in the swingy chair. But then as soon as Dallin said like as soon as Dallin said they didn't participate in the raids, it's like, oh, we're fine then. Who cares? Salisbury? I don't care anymore.
It was good to see you, Aronway. Dame Aronway.
You as well, Sir Dallin. I might visit you in Camelot Forest. I'm not sure why I would be out there, but if I am, I'll visit.
I would like that
Sure.
very much.
Make sure you haven't been murdered too. And then she is like, that was grim, and kind of like makes a face like, wow, we are fucking up every social situation.
Dallin is unfazed by that, and they just smile and they go, of course. I consider a lot of the people I've bled alongside as family. And regardless of how you feel on the subject, I would be happy to consider you as a sister.
That's very nice, Sir Dallin. Thank you.
Of course. Now, try your best to enjoy the the party. I understand that these kinds of events aren't for everybody, including myself, but, well, I happen to know that Perin gets very joyful when people around him are having fun. So, if you can't have fun normally, try to make your own, yeah?
I will attempt to. Thank you.
All right.
Let's go punch someone.
Boy, hang on.
I'm gonna
Like,
start a fight.
I think I just got permission to go beat someone up. Let's do it.
Yes. Dallin
All right.
said, "Find your own."
Jareth's wife is the first target.
See, I'm a girl, so I can hit another girl.
Exactly.
It's fine.
Okay if you do it.
It's okay if I do it. It's feminism, baby. I don't think it is.
Okay.
Edrich sees someone starting a fight and goes, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make a play. I'll make a play.
Play is the thing.
I'm gonna
I'll
request.
catch the conscience of that one guest who keeps fighting people.
Oh no, you can't do shit to me. You're
We're-
from Salisbury, so it's okay if I hit you.
We're gonna take a 2-minute if anyone needs to do anything real quick. I just gotta step away for a sec, and then
Alright.
let's make it 2 minutes. We'll make it short so we can continue on here. So, see you all soon. Hello.
All right.
Indeed, yeah. So we're back. We are doing a different stream tonight, or today rather, because I can't make tomorrow. So we reschedule. Welcome, AP. Always good to see you. Okay. So we just finished round 2, save for the meeting up of knights, and I believe we had a particular player knight with a goal to pull another player knight out of melancholy.
Me again.
Yeah, so we can play that scene out now before we jump to the third round.
So, Perin finds his way to Edrich and Florence and kind of gathers them together and goes, Gentlemen, thank you both for coming. Florence, I know I haven't had an opportunity to really speak to you since the ceremony, but it looks like you were enjoying yourself plenty.
Oh, definitely. It's been a great event altogether.
That's great. That's good. That's good. And Edrich, are you still... And he kind of like wiggles his fingers at him.
Can hear them whispering. They cast aspersions on those who are of our kingdom and the best of us.
I see.
They seek-
This
they
is
seek
fun.
to ruin Lady Violet's reputation. And I will not allow them to.
Oh no.
Wheels turn, and I will. Oh, what's happening?
We're good.
Oh, Megan's
Sorry.
back. Wheels turn, and I will bring them low.
I see.
How with these hands that cannot forge even a simple poem to assuage a fey?
I think he's just gonna keep going, so maybe we should just like talk over him or something.
Well, actually, I wanted to speak about that. I actually found, while I was talking with one of the guests here, and I actually think I might have found a quest for us that might be able to put a block of sorts on Edric's land, protect against the Fae permanently.
A quest?
Aye. It'll be difficult. We'll need to take some time to travel and do a bit of hunting and probably a bit of drinking, at some point along the way. But once it's completed and we bring back the proper materials, it should keep Edric's land safe for the future.
To the hopeless, hope is a wasting disease, but indeed so sweet it is as a poison.
I've seen
Yes.
it work before, Edric.
Yes, a quest.
I've seen it work before, Edric. It's not hopeless. All we need to do is find a stag with golden brown fur and take its horns and boil them with a small bit of silver or gold, and then we make a scarecrow of sorts. It should prevent the Fae from coming whatsoever. With the hide and the bone, of course.
I see. I have not heard of such things, but folklore is quite spotty. This could be interesting.
I don't see. But if it seems like an interesting quest nonetheless, I'm willing to take part.
Let's see if this works. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna roll
let's see
my
if
I'm gonna roll my loyalty, sword of victory, passion here.
Okay, versus hospitality, right?
Do I get yes?
Mhm.
Do I get a slight bonus for doing the intrigue and gathering some
Yes, you
information?
do.
First?
You will get a +5, and Thomas, you're still at a -5.
Hell yeah.
Hell yes!
It's a success, but he
My
gets
sword-
better.
My sword is so victorious.
All right. Yeah. So
Save
I
it
think
for the betting ceremony.
I think the way this plays out, Edrich, is the thought that this whole curse could be lifted somehow. Is just a bit of a blessing to you. It's like you feel like, oh, finally, like if there's any hope out there, like I need to latch onto that.
If there's any justice in the world. So I think as you say that and you see like in Edric's head the gears begin to turn, you would see him stand a little bit straighter, adding approximately like 3 or 4 inches onto his height, and the familiar gleam comes back into his eyes as he goes, yes. And even if it doesn't work, making efforts to ensure it does happen would mean they know of our intent. And with that, they will know that we are not to be trifled with lightly.
Exactly.
Thank you,
Speaks
Sir
to our
Perin.
ingenuity, of course. And we'll all set out and travel as soon as we have the time to do so. I'll take the arrangements, and in the meantime, keep an ear out for any potential whispers that might excite you or guide us in that path. Yes?
Of course. There are a few things which happened this very night which I would like to keep an eye on, though that is in matters more worldly than they are in relation to fairy.
You
I will
mentioned
say
something
this,
about
though.
Lady Violet?
Yes, I overheard Jaren. Oh, sorry, what was his name? I overheard
Jaren?
Jareth speaking in poisoned tones about her, her letting in a spy in our midst. It is quite disconcerting to be done at your wedding, no less. But first and foremost, I would like to apologize for my conduct. I was too wrapped up in my troubles that I did not fully appreciate I did not fully appreciate those around me, and I hope you can forgive me.
I see.
Wait, who is the spy?
I don't know yet. But Jaren's creating rumors about it. I am to find out more. I had this whole plot to create a musical in which his conscience would be tested and he would... but I was quite evidently not in my right mind.
I was
I
about
will
to
use
say.
perhaps more tried and tested methods.
Alternate theory, alternate plan. What if we just do something as simple as embarrass him by getting him to talk about it again while Count Roderick is walking by?
Yes, that would work. I find that when I am embroiled in my own intense emotions, I become more... My plans don't become more intricate so much as they border towards the melodramatic.
I'd say elaborate is appropriate, but intricate is not, yes. So, we are going to get to hear this musical of yours, though, yes?
I was planning on it. I did have a couple of rhymes in my head. I could not sketch it out, but I was thinking of it half the
Forgo
time.
your wedding gift to me. Keep it. Instead, I want you to sing me the musical. Doesn't have to
Very
be
well.
Doesn't have to be publicly.
I will do my best.
Good.
I'm
then
gonna compose the hell out of this fucking thing. I am
we-
going to activate a passion which hopefully won't fumble.
do we actually want to embarrass Jareth as well? Because if we do that, we should plan that real fast.
Yes. It can't have anything in relation to the servant because he knows they are. Well, this is my household. If we have someone who isn't too connected to them, honestly, Goratrix would be absolutely fine with it because he belongs to an entirely separate court.
What if I go and speak to Jareth and prompt him to speak about the subject, and you go to Roderick and prompt him to come over here without it being your idea?
Of course, it will be good of me to speak to him about matters that aren't my marriage. Yes, that will work.
Wait. So, is Abrasius the spy?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna find out who the spy is, Florence. Don't you worry. I'll figure it out.
I mean, he's the only one that came to mind, and he doesn't seem like the spy
sort, no.
type. Yes.
I've yet to really speak with him. I mean, we've been in the same room with him quite a few times, but I don't honestly even really know what his voice sounds like.
All right.
Regardless, thank you, my friends, for speaking to me about this. Let us return to the feast. And
Round three.
yes.
Sorry, Bob. We took that one on.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure we stay at a somewhat
A pace.
rhythm here. I don't want to squander roleplay. So, let's go round 3 with Perin.
All right. I'm gonna do another intrigue action here.
Okay.
This time I'm gonna remember to include my geniality.
Okay.
My goal is to get into Sir Jareth's little corner of bros here.
Yeah.
And given our vague neutrality, I would like to try to provoke him into talking shit about Lady Violet.
Okay.
At the, without noticing Roderick approach, assuming Edrich succeeds.
Okay.
That intrigue fumble isn't going to bite us in the ass. No, not at all.
Well, maybe if I get well enough here, I'll be fine. Maybe if I crit, I'll compensate. My geniality is 3 now. Is that right?
Yep.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, that could be higher.
Okay. You managed to get in with Jareth. I'm gonna put a pause on it because it's gonna happen like simultaneously, so we need to see
Sure.
what's happening with the other group. But needless to say, you're in and mingling in the same group that Jareth is. Is that the idea?
Yeah, I want to try to specifically provoke him into speaking, talking shit like he has been.
Yeah.
But that's how I'm going to approach it. Yes.
And we'll play that out in a second. So we'll go to Edrich immediately then and just see what his attempt is here, because it's kind of like his is actually making Roderick move potentially, right?
Absolutely. I believe Edric's eyesight goes across the room, and he comes with a plan. He is going to try and get people who I control. Specifically, what was his word? Specifically, Edith and Goratrix together, and then he is going to have them talk about the good old days with Roderick, bringing him over there. Because Edith has a connection to Count Roderick.
Makes sense. Give me a intrigue roll as well.
Absolutely. What's my geniality? It's not amazing. For obvious reasons. Oh, pardon me, my laptop is acting up. Could one of you guys check the Knights of Salisbury channel real quick?
Yes. What do you want? Your
Geniality.
geniality 2.
Thank you. If I botch again, I swear to God.
Roll passion. Okay, you're good.
Success. Okay, success on intrigue.
Okay. You can tell Roderick himself is in a foul mood and he's been drinking a bit. So
Something the matter, my liege.
Of course it's the matter. Now I'm gonna Roderick's in melancholy right now, so you can opt to do. You can pull him out if you want. That's
Roderick.
ultimately what, talking about the glory days, convincing him to come over and talk to Goratrix and Edith will be a potential way. So just tell me what you're doing there to do so.
Absolutely. Basically, his original plan was to go over and get him to speak to Goratrix and Edith about the glory days, about back when enemies were easily fought and armies butchered by the dozens by the loyal knights of Logris. But now, Edrich does not see it as just a way to get Roderick to do something. Now he sees it as oh man, he needs this just as I did. And is going to try and be a bit more, not delicate, but perhaps, and it will be good for you, I think. This seating does not particularly agree with you, I feel.
All right, you're gonna have to test that, I think.
Absolutely. What will I be testing?
Your choice on what's driving this. It can passion or a personality trait that is driving your method of pulling him out of melancholy.
I am going to go with Loyalty Lord, I think.
Makes sense.
Because I'm not doing this. Yeah, I'm not doing this just to serve myself. He's obviously having a bad time. Edrich is no stranger to bad times.
Okay.
He had one 20 minutes ago, and now he's hoping to break him out of that funk. And I hope I don't fail. Success on Loyalty Lord.
Okay. I'm not going to make it contested because he's an NPC, and I don't think it's needed.
Yeah.
I think that works. I think he's you know what? I haven't talked to Goratrix in a long time. And Ellen just kind of looks at you, Lady Ellen, and she's like, he was being a real downer. So, all right. So
Yeah.
you start to walk over with Roderick.
And meanwhile, Perin has plots and plans.
Indeed. Now, why don't we start with Perrin's like role play on this? What is Perin doing exactly as this is happening?
I think Perin is just like very subtly trying to push the conversation in the direction of like, oh yeah, there have been like, without specifically like making himself a part of calling out anybody specifically, just kind of bringing up the subject of like, oh yeah, it's hard to know who to trust right now. It seems very difficult with all these different things. You know, I even heard somebody say something about spies, and like that's something that's really scary to me, is, you know, spies in our land. And just see kind of, even if Jareth himself doesn't say something, if one of his drunk idiots will,
Okay.
you know?
Yep. I think they're like spies. Yes, that was a topic we were just discussing. And one of them nudges the other one. So this is where Perrin goes, wait, what was that nudge for?
Yeah.
And you're kind of watching Roderick come over. I'm just gonna test intrigue.
Come on, you bastard. Come on, you bastard. Ah, that is higher than mine.
What's his name?
As the trains come colliding together, and there's like, you know, there's a mention, and someone's like, Jareth, weren't you the one that originally was speaking of the spies? And Roderick's coming over. You notice his eyes don't go to Lady Violet. They go to Lady Fleor.
Oh.
Lady Fleor?
No, wait. This is... I understand. This is... Okay. All right.
Now, I will give you, because you succeeded at intrigue, you can try, if you want to try to dissect, you know... You're picking up what I'm putting down. You know what banner she's flying, what her lapel has.
Yep. Okay. So now I gotta try to weigh up whether Roderick would be more offended that Jareth is talking shit about the host's aunt at his wedding, or if his hatred of Sir Blaine's outweighs the courtesy there. He's got low courtesy. Ah, fuck. Okay.
Can I just want to share this because it's wild. So I did a bunch of random. There's some charts in the book for random rolls and stuff. So I did one for each round just to like spice up the events a little bit.
Yeah.
This is my round 3.
Oh man.
Wonderful.
Okay.
It's not entirely off the
No,
rails yet. You
yeah.
could. I mean, it really.
Yeah,
I think
this
it's
is. There's a way to abort this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Perin goes, just kind of like quite politely goes, "Oh, I'd rather not. Sorry, I know I brought it up, but I'd rather not talk about such a dreadful subject here right now."
Jareth smiles and says, No, that's quite fine. I'm more than willing to share. You know that you have one saving grace, and that is Sir Florence is not active. Now he's not exactly he's not exactly aware of any of this, but you could try to completely just throw the hot potato in his lap and hope that he serves as the perfect distraction from.
I think like Perin can't make eye contact with Edrich because he's busy with Roderick bringing him over.
Yeah.
So I think he just desperately searches the room and tries to make eye contact with Florence, and then give him a look that communicates, "Do it now." Whatever he interprets that to be will be fine, but I hope he gets the panic in it.
All right. Well, that Florence goes. My time has come. And he is going to step forward. Is there like a servant somewhere that's like playing a harp by any chance?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Florence is just going to just move over to the servant, just pull the harp from his hands, not even asking, and then he's gonna stride over towards where the others are, and in his best mimicking of his drunk self goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I wish to share with you a great song of mine, something that has been passed through my generations. I play it now in honor of my great friend, Sir Perin, and his newly found lady wife. I give you Hadrian's Wall." As he begins to play Wonderwall.
Oh wow.
Said maybe.
Such a save. I just want to say, with the favored sons, our main battleground was the battleground. We acted as a well-oiled machine there. But here, with the Sword of Victory, this is the kind of shit. This is the kind of shit.
All right.
I'm gonna roll harp.
I agree. Yeah, go ahead and play harp. Let's see if it's as stellar as the last one.
Yeah. I'm going to roll Loyalty Sword of Victory.
Okay.
To add to
Yes.
That makes sense. Makes a lot of sense.
Hell yeah.
Success.
Oh.
Listen, now you don't need Florence to understand why you're asking him to be the dog and pony show. You
he's
just
got no
have
idea.
to suggest he needs to be the dog and pony show. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
it.
He's got no fucking clue what's happening.
Jump right on that high horse and take it.
I'm on. I'm on.
Attention?
All right.
Yeah. Attention, whole crowd. I'm in.
What? No.
Wait, did you
Still
count? Did you count your geniality?
Oh wait, no, I didn't count my geniality. My geniality is a 2.
Currently
That's
2, yeah.
That is a
That
crit.
would be critical.
That's a crit. Critical. That would have been a critical.
All right, you got a crit. You can tick it.
Oh my god.
Hell yes.
What a roller coaster of
my
emotion.
God.
And
Jesus Christ.
I think what we'll do is we'll count this for Florence since this is his action. We're gonna give him an additional we just said the word. The glory.
Geniality.
Geniality. Thank you. Yeah, there we go. You will get an additional geniality for playing. So it's well received.
Hell yeah.
You play it perfectly. Hadrian's Wall begins to be quite a hit. Actually, it kicks off the dancing for the night. And I think there's a look to Jaren, from Jaren to Perin. It's not like it's not a scowl. It's sort of like, well played, just like a slight nod to you, and then a smirk, and then he's off. And,
You're lucky you have your idiot friend.
Yeah, you know why this is bad? It means that he's the same breed of schemer that occasionally Edrich and Perin are. It means oh boy, this song in the middle of the thing, this was a ploy, and
he laid a really
worst
good.
guy you know is the same guy as you.
He laid a really good trap for us, and we fucking fell for it. And also, Florence is not the dumbest friend he knows. He is my hero. He is the smartest guy in the room.
He is our hero.
Well,
he is our hero.
It's funny because he didn't have a motive to like have this go almost as well as it did. He was just he was smack talking Fleor, and then the critical or the fumble from Edrich misinterpreted who he was smack talking.
Meant that
Yeah,
exactly.
he was smack talking.
So we made a plan that would have made it backfire horribly. However, we managed to turn it into something good.
Yeah, and so
Legendary.
that's pretty well done. I'll give you guys, all three of you can have a tick on Sword of Victory
Hell yes.
Hell yeah.
for the combo. There, it was well done. At that point, I think Roderick,
My love of Sword of Victory is currently 18. Sorry, you go.
As Roderick's sitting there next to like Edrich and Goratrix, and like the music's playing, he like snorts. He's like, "I've heard this before. Now it's loud. Can we go somewhere else, please?" he's just
But
not
yes,
in the mood. But yeah, like
That's fine.
you pull him out, like he starts to come out of melancholy as he starts talking war stories with Gortrix and Edrich and Edith, grown up Edith, almost 21. And we'll
Almost
go.
21.
Eronwi, give me an awareness roll.
Oh my goodness, an awareness roll?
Mhm.
You know, I'm actually not bad at those. And I have 2 geniality?
That's right.
That's a failure.
Oh wow.
Did not do...
Did you create
That
another
good.
character that needs glasses?
No, she's usually so good at awareness, Liam. So good.
Okay. I just gotta fix something real quick. I have 1:15, so I'm gonna take that right now. We're gonna take a 1 minute, and we'll jump right back in. Sorry, guys. Might as well run the ad so it doesn't hit
Yep.
people later.
I'm gonna
Yes, we're on the ad.
run to the restroom.
That was good. Ben.
Okay, we're good.
I wish people saw that one. That would have been good.
We'll do the bit again.
Yeah, right? We need a behind the scenes camera.
Arby's. Is this the meat?
Yeah, Eronwi mic'd up. Yeah. Okay. So, Eronwi, it's your go. The awareness failure just means that you don't notice something in particular. So I'll lead. I'll let you lead with what you want to do. So.
Is it Madoc or Luth? Who knows
Neither.
who's gonna...
Neither
ruin
is
my day?
here.
Oh,
I will
okay.
ruin that. Yeah, neither are here. So we're good.
And my day is unruinable unless it's Cadrigan.
Don't fumble.
So I've recently been made aware. I don't know that I hate at least one of the people that Edrich is hanging out with. And Dallin said to talk to Edrich. So I'm gonna head over to Edrich. and Count Roderick, who I don't know I hate.
All right. That's good. Go ahead and give me well, nothing yet. What is your intention here, maybe?
My in
is it like proper introductions, is trying to mingle?
In Aranwi's head, she always kind of like goes up there and then it's like, right, I'm going to stumble right at the finish line of this interaction.
Gotcha.
But on her way there, the goal is, I was talking about my concerns about Cadwigan. Alan said, Edrich is one of the best people at figuring out what to do about nonsense in court. I'm going to ask Edrich about nonsense in court. And then she's gonna show up and be like, oh no, I actually have to speak.
Okay.
This sucks.
I think so. As you're approaching, you see we're gonna say this all is happening like over, well, not over there. It's not gonna be by Sir Blaine's. It's gonna be like over here, kind of thing, like off the map a little bit, where this is happening.
Roderick wanted some quiet, right?
And not near Sir Blaine's. He will not go near Sir Blaine's.
Yeah. Wait, Goratrix is here too, right?
Goratrix is here,
Yeah.
and so
Smooth,
as you
maybe.
approach, you see it's like Roderick is just kind of looking at Edith. He's like, Edith, my boy, you're growing up. It's so good to see you. He's got like a real strong, you can tell it's a smile on Roderick's face. Like Edith's the only reason why Roderick's alive from that fight, right? So
Aw.
that was a close
Yeah,
one.
definitely.
So you kind of approach it and you're hearing this, and there's a moment where the conversation is very much Goratrix and Edith and Roderick, and
Yeah.
Edric's sort of just like, oh, I guess I did my job, but you kind of feel like you're on the side of it, and you look and you see this lady knight with a big scar on her face that you've never met, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've
So
ever
I
met.
imagine. No, I don't believe so. So I imagine she approaches and then stops.
Yeah, she like approaches, stops, and there's like the moment of like hesitation and also trying to do like, there's 4 people here, and she's trying to do the math on like, which fucking one is Edrich?
May I help you? Says Edrich,
kinda like-
looking with a raised eyebrow at Iranwi.
I'm looking for Edrich.
That would be
Alan
me.
sent me over. Oh, that's you.
Oh, good. Yes, I'm familiar with Dallin. How can I help? Shall we? Let's step away. Let's leave these 3 to a reunion.
Right. Yes. I was wondering about. Dallin said that you were good at court intrigue stuff, and I'm really not. And I'm having a problem back home that I was wondering about.
Interesting to be put in that way, but flattering nonetheless. Of course. Well, tell me about the situation in as much detail as you are comfortable, and then I'll see what I can do to think. There's lots of general advice that can be given, but the devil is in the details, as well as God. You would notice, Aronui, infuriatingly, he also has a scar over his face, but
He's so
he looks a
fucking
lot more
pretty.
handsome. He's still
His-
so fucking pretty.
It kills him. Kills him for this. Wow, we're scar buddies. You and me are basically the same, right? Aranwi's like, oh,
It's been an enemy for life.
Andrew Salisbury.
I got hit in the face with an axe. But yes, where is your home?
Barrowcrest in Summerland.
Yes, Summerland. I have been recently, though not in the best of terms.
Bob, I was gone for 3 years. Was there like an attack on Summerland recently?
You don't know.
No.
You haven't heard? Yeah. There.
She kind of like, what were you
You kn-
doing in Summerland if it wasn't the best of terms?
I think you instinctively
We
look
were-
over at Lady Gwynedd. Sorry to interrupt. I think because you're not far from Lady Gwynedd, so you kind of look over at her. You notice that she's standing and talking to two knights that look to be the ruffian sorts, or at least they stand out. They stand out as you're just like, man, those look like guys I wouldn't want to mess with. That's kind of the vibe you get from them. And they both look fairly distinguished. Both with significant coats of arms, which I don't have the pictures for, unfortunately.
Does she seem like she's safe?
She looks nervous as they're talking to her a little bit.
Oh, good. Okay, so
this is the failed
like,
appearance rule, or awareness rule, by the way.
the awareness. Like, Edrich says I was in Summerland, not on the best of terms, and then mood goes down, and then she looks over his shoulder, sees something, and sours even more, and is just like, wow, this is going bad.
We were
just-
mustering for combat with the Duchy of Cornwall. Nothing came of it, but it was a harsh experience nonetheless.
Right.
Is there something the matter?
It just, do you know those men? And she kind of gestures over to the ruffian-looking guys. That's the Lady of Barrowcrest. I think I'm supposed to be protecting her, and I'm not sure what, do you know them?
Like an owl, Edrich turns his head.
Jesus Christ!
And does he recognize those ruffians?
How do you want to recognize? Coat of arms? Or...
Presumably with a recognize roll.
Okay.
My recognize is one better.
One better? Okay. Yeah, you can give me a recognize test. Absolutely.
Actually, could I try just in case I crit?
Yeah, sure.
Yes. I didn't crit.
Success!
Okay.
Good job, team.
Hell yeah.
Yes. So give me a sec here. I'll give you the description, Thomas. So, crap, I moved away from it. I'm just looking up the description here. So the first one, Thomas, this guy is Sir Galehot the Brown. He's a baron.
Galehot the Brown.
He's a famous knight. Known for his skill with the spear. He's the third-born son of Sir Elaine the Brown. Elaine. Member of the famous Brun family. So they're like a famous family of knights. He can often be found about on the kingdom on business for himself or the king. He's also known to regulate, and when you pin him, you pin his friend. The one beside him is Sir Argon ap Maelgad. So Sir Argon. Sir Argon is basically Uther's fixer. He goes around. He's one of the king's constables. He goes around Logris and beyond in some cases, and fixes things for Uther by any means necessary, in the hopes that Uther will find compassion should he go beyond the bounds of what's ethical and what's appropriate.
Indeed. Edrich recognizing these people and clearly identifying them as big names, he will say to Aronwy, "That is Galehot the Brown. That is Sir Argon ap Maelgad. They often travel on business of the king. They do not seem happy with your former sire.
No, she's my lady. What
Lady.
they want with her?
I don't know. Given that this is my manor, I might as well check. But she is your lady. I will follow behind. And this is your turn, so I'll let you do the thing.
Okay. A beeline for Gwynedd.
Gortrix, give me a awareness roll for Gortrix, just as a side thing. I gotta test that before I forget, and then we'll go to Lady Gwynedd. So
we're getting a double Thomas scene. More Thomas per Thomas.
Thomas, we'll get into
More Thomas
Gortrix
by
moment.
Thomas by any.
No.
That makes sense.
Oh, big
Gortrix.
fail.
He's right in the
Yeah.
middle, thick talking with Roderick, and yeah.
Exactly.
All right, there's an Edward story
and with
being
a single
shared right
swipe
now.
of my sword, 3 of their heads popped off. Now I was naked at the time.
Oh yeah, the old Saxon.
What a guy.
Yeah, right next,
guy.
standing right next to the Humble Creek crowd as he's telling the
Yeah.
story.
The legendary nude
Yeah,
knight
probably-
outs himself
probably
again.
Not that one. Probably not that one.
Okay, so you hear as you approach, this guy says, "I just wanted to make acquaintance, Lady Gwynedd. It's been a while since you were last seen in the Saxon shores, and I'd looked out for you in truth when we traveled with Uther's muster earlier this year on our way to the Cornwall. I didn't see any of your banners flying." And she's like, "My knights were away on business." He says, "I see. On business of your count, Cadwy?"
Boo.
And she's like, "Yes, on business on the count. Yes." And she says, or he says, I see. Very well. I just miss seeing you around is all. It's always good to see those loyal to King Uther and his progress." She turns, she's like, "Wow, well, there's one of my knights right there. Dame around me." And like she turns attention.
Lady Gwynedd.
And Sir de Winterbourne Stoke. She doesn't recognize you per se, but she seems to have nailed the fact that that's where she is, and she remembers the banners walking in. So,
Indeed. That is correct. May I help the two of you? He says to the knights.
the big guy looks over to his friend and says, "This is one of them, yes? Sword of Victory?" Yes, the Knights of the Sword. Sir Edrich.
What?
I am amongst that august number. It's a pleasure to meet you, and of course, you need no introduction. And he is going to name them because I lost the thing.
No.
Put it
I
in
don't
Knights
want
of
to invite
Salisbury.
people. And you are Sir Galhard the Brown and Sir Argon ap Magid.
And the funny thing is, for like, if Gortrix is paying attention, he would know them by name and stuff, because like,
Yeah, absolutely. They
like
work
one's a
together. They're
household knight of
colleagues.
Uther, yeah, but like he's busy.
Yeah.
So I say, excellent. It was good to see you return, albeit late from Cornwall, but it was good to see you at the muster nonetheless.
Indeed so. It was even better for the outcome. Another duchy under King Uther's reign. And without a drop of blood spilled.
Excellent. Well, I thought it best. We are old knights from the Saxon shore. We thought it'd be best to come and visit Lady Bronwyn and introduce ourselves on the king's behalf. Send his regrets for not being able to attend.
Well, of course. Sir Perin would be honored to hear from you. And indeed, grateful to accept your congratulations for his marriage.
Indeed. Well, we should continue to make our rounds, but I hope that things go as well as they have been for you. He has no idea that they're going as poorly as they are.
Yes, I hope so too. Yes, I hope that as well.
I hope your luck continues. Ooh.
Is that a fucking threat? Was that a threat?
You hate me? You want me dead?
He pats you on the shoulder and he says, "Oh, and for what it's worth, I want you to know that I completely trust that there are no Saxon spies within your midst, despite the rumors.
Good.
I assure you that if they were here, I would be able to single them out."
Indeed so. We must speak later, I feel.
All right, and they continue their rounds.
Well, they seemed vaguely sinister, says Edrich as they're out of earshot to Aranwi and the Lady of Barraquest.
Yeah, almost at the same time, Aranwi is like, do they just go around insulting people and being rude?
Well, when you're at that level, I suppose you must. I
Must
feel
you?
I've taken up enough of your time, unless you would still wish to ask me about
I would, but Megan will shorten it to spare the viewers. Go watch Gathering of Branches, guys.
Yeah, go watch Gathering of Branches. It's great, and you can
It's
get
great.
the context behind this sweet conversation.
But Aranwi basically is like, so we were looks at Lady Gwynedd in fairy. Like, am I allowed to say this? Because Gwynedd was not saying my knights were in fairy to those guys. Is she cool with me telling Edrich this?
I think she kind of like, she smiles, sees you talking, kind of returns to her conversations at the table, so leaves you and Edrich a moment. So it probably
Okay, so yeah.
doesn't pick up on what you were putting down anyways, so if that makes sense.
Godspeed, Lady Gwynedd.
Yeah.
No communication between the two of us, as it should be.
She's been such a strong communicator so far, right? So
So basically, we were in fairy, and this guy, he just like sliced a man's throat open in front of me, and no one believed us. And then my knight almost died trying to fight him to like prove that he was wrong. And then he ended up being one of our household knights, and now we're all stuck with him. Gah! Also, he was put here by Sir Goddamn Loof, a Salisbury knight.
Sir Loof. Understood. I have not heard of this Sir Loof, and that whole situation is a lot to take in. But I will say this. I have dealt with some manner of fairies before. Awful. Bad experience.
Awful.
I do not wish to repeat it.
Someone tried to kill
Awful.
me.
One of them
Ran
tried
away
to
like a
kill
little
me, and
baby,
later,
though.
a separate one poisoned my land. Exactly. We stabbed it so much it turned into water and plants.
That's what I did.
But
Well,
that is
he didn't turn into water and plants, but he ran away and left his armor.
good. That's Fey-made armor would be interesting. I should like to see it. And
I had to give
honestly,
it back.
Was it one of those courtesy things, or?
Nah, he took someone captive and ransomed him, and it was kind of my fault that he was in that situation to begin with, so I had to give the armor back.
Yes, because it was your fault and not his for attacking in the first place. Like, you should know better for not striking a knight.
Edrich's fixed her.
Yeah.
okay.
In any case. Yeah. In any case. The key to understanding people is understanding what they want. Do you know what this Cadogan or this Loof wants? If Cadogan is an agent of Loof?
Not really. He's been interested in my friend Olwen. She's lady, so maybe they just want to marry her or something. I'm not sure.
Probably marriage. People are weird about that.
Real
Coming from
weird
Edrich,
about
Yeah.
That's so good.
Real weird about that. Yeah.
They
In
should
any
just
case.
let me marry whoever I want.
guys are at a
Saxon
wedding.
woman.
You guys are at a wedding.
We are at the wedding.
People
In
are
any
so
case.
weird about romance. They like throw weird parties and
Yes.
shit.
They throw weird parties about it. But what I will say is this: though I do not know them or the depths that they will go to achieve their goals, they are doing what they are because they want to achieve something. No one does anything in a vacuum. Once you find out what they want, you can figure out the angles they're trying to take to achieve it. And if he's a household knight, if you're not too fussed, he is quite close. Which, well, I do not know how they do things in Summerland, but accidents happen all the time.
Are you suggesting I kill him? She says as if this
No.
has been a thought on her mind that is like, you're giving me permission?
No. I should say that officially, I'm not saying you should kill him. I'm saying he would be very easy to kill if he is nearby.
Wink.
Of course, there are matters of import. For example, if he is a household knight of your lady, I would recommend speaking to her first. And indeed, well, simply put, you don't want to do anything dishonorable. But if he has slit the throat of a man in front of you, who was not an enemy, then clearly he has crossed lines that most people would be unprepared to cross. Do what you will to protect those close to you.
Sorry, someone just came into the room.
Yeah,
Edrich
people are weird about
advocates
marriage
for
instead of the
assassination.
wedding.
Right?
Not to say that you should kill him, but like maybe, like if you could, like
Maybe just a little bit.
I hate to
Can you
ask
kill him
this.
just a tiny bit? Like a little bit? Is that okay?
It would really solve so many problems.
it would.
Kill him a little bit.
You
It
just-
would.
You turn around and Uther's constable is back and he's just been listening into the conversation.
You know, what are you guys talking about? Murder? Weird.
Okay.
In any case,
I hate to ask this of you, but Sir Loof, I think spends more time in Salisbury. Would you be able to keep an eye on him at least? I'm not sure I'd be able to touch base with you anytime soon, but I don't know what they're up to, and I think they've already shown that they're willing to kill people, and I'd really not like there to be more deaths.
I do not know how often I would be in contact with Sir Loof in my quests, so to speak, and the fulfillment of my duties. But should we come across them, I'm certain I can send some correspondence to Barraquest Manor to, forgive me, I am not too great at courtesy. I don't believe I have your name.
Right. I'm very bad at it as well. It's perfectly fine. I didn't know that you were the one who owned this house until you said it. My name's Aronwi.
Aronwy. Ah, yes, I believe my cousin spoke of you at some point. You had a knight with a green horse.
Right, yes. Melwis.
You never
That's-
saw any of that. Gortrix never saw that.
Oh, yes. No.
No.
But Aronwy did mention it, didn't she?
Oh yeah, no. Aronwi was like, yeah, and then like my prince with the green horse, and everyone's like,
Yeah.
what?
I
You're
didn't see any of
lying.
that, but I'll mention it.
Right,
But
yes.
yes, one way or the other, I'll see what I can do. I can promise no result.
Of course. Thank you for trying at least.
Okay.
It is of no concern. In any case, oh, sorry, I was just going to do some courtesy stuff. If you were ever around Winterbourne Stoke again, my house will be available to you. I promise you it is not normally so hectic.
Is that? Do you have to invite people over? I've been invited over by 2 people now today.
It's just the thing people do.
Do you have to mean it?
You don't have to, but in this case it is. You seem like you have a good head on your shoulders. and you are dealing with interesting problems.
Interesting's a word for him. Thank you. If I'm ever in Salisbury, I guess I'll drop by. She seems very confused by the whole court song and dance of like, yeah, and then you can come over anytime you like. Yeah, I will.
You are welcome to.
Give me either
Now.
a courtesy test or an intrigue test, Megan.
You know which one I'm picking.
No, it's
Yikes.
It's Aranmi's turn, right? So we're giving it for.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's just
Sorry for
Aranmi.
talking so much of your turn, Megan.
No,
I
it's
will
good.
do courtesy because I'm slightly better at it.
Hey, there you go. Give it.
Oh
a
my
tick.
goodness!
Yeah.
Tick.
Hell yeah.
I get to tick courtesy.
All right.
Wow, I'm so good at this.
So we're gonna move.
You're so courteous.
We're gonna move into round 4, but before we do, I'm gonna give everyone an awareness test. I don't know if it'll matter for Aranmi. I guess because it's Goratrix, it might.
Does geniality apply?
Goratrix.
Probably not, right?
I
Not
succeeded.
in this case. Well,
I also succeeded.
Wow, we get to look at Goratrix. This
I did
is
not.
a treat.
okay.
Gortrix is so handsome.
You
What a guy.
you see a knight. Of,
Gorshik succeeds, but
You-
Edrich doesn't.
you see Goratrix exit temporarily. It looks like they're just in conversation, and the little girls along with them. The 3 are walking out for a conversation. This was a request of hers.
Oh, no.
Exciting.
Don't worry, it's nothing. That part's not anything bad at all. So.
I'm gonna get murdered by a 7-year-old.
As it should be.
Okay, so starting at the beginning of this round, leading with Perin.
Perin's turn. Okay, so
Only those who
Have-
got the awareness test saw that, by the way. Everyone else did not.
yeah. I don't think Perin knows the significance. Maybe they do. Oh, they do.
Perin
They're
absolutely
talking to-
knows.
Yeah.
He was Humble Creek
Perin
Manor
Yeah, it was Humble Creek.
Squire.
When it happened.
Critical Squire.
Yeah. So. Ooh, interesting.
So it looks like, I mean, the girl's with them, so it's not like it'd be hard pressed for a scandalous rumor on that, or like, you know what I mean, like in the sense of,
Yeah, I don't know if there's anything I would do about that. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
that's kind of for them, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, in that case, I had a plan of something that I wanted to do, and I don't remember what it was.
Yeah.
I did. Oh, I do remember. I think I would like to game. I'd like to do some gaming, and I do get my geniality bonus for gaming.
Yep, you can. Yep.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I think I'll do some gaming. And I'm gonna roll a passion as well. Love of family, because I need that sweet money.
All right.
Let's see how it goes.
Doing a little like,
That's
gambling.
success. That's a success on the famous passion.
Okay.
Just a +5, but you know.
You're gambling at your own wedding.
Yeah, I mean it's fun. Gaming.
I mean,
I'm
this
a
wedding
capital-
ain't gonna pay
Has-
for itself.
Exactly. I'm a capital
And
G
meanwhile, you got
gamer.
Edrich. No, it isn't.
This is like Michael Jordan's wedding. That's what I picture.
Oh,
Yeah.
brother. Look at that amazing
gosh.
roll. 3 out of 18 success.
Is it
Well, success.
contested though, or is it just?
I have no idea. This
Okay,
is the
give-
first gaming roll that I've
Right.
done.
Give me a sec. I'll find out. Book of Feasts. Simple process. If the game of skill, then the players make a wager, and opposed resolution determines who wins. All right.
So I believe the
First,
question might have been,
the-
what were you wagering?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then it'd have to be because I don't think any of the players, unless Edrich wants to be involved, But then it'd probably be an NPC.
If I lose any more money than I already have, I will literally die.
But you could win money. What if you just won money though
You
instead?
win.
Really,
I mean,
it's a skill
he only
issue.
got a 3. What's
This
the
is
chances you fail?
Yeah, really, this is a skill issue. Thomas.
Apparently high. Skill issue. If I get one more Librum, I get one more Librum. If I lose one more Librum, I die.
I bet one of my several roundsies.
Ooh.
And in exchange, I want one of Roderick's castles.
Is that how it works?
That's how that works, right?
If you win, I get to punch you in the balls.
Oh, I wonder
If I win, you've got to give me 20 million bucks.
Oh, I wonder if Jareth is. Okay, Bob.
No, I got
no.
I got the perfect one. I got the perfect.
Okay.
one.
All right. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if you wanted an extra round to think about it, I could potentially do an intrigue to try to find out if Jareth is a good gamer, and then challenge him to a gaming duel.
No, I think I got something interesting.
You said you were a gamer, Jareth. I
It's
only play
time.
mobile games, Sir Perin.
Oh, of course he
Oh,
would.
you're a casual. Filthy casual.
Okay. We're gonna say like the matter is like the game is like something more along the lines of like continental or no, that's 4 players. One sec. Check it. Let's say it's basic chess, so Arabian. It's called.
Oh, cool.
Arabian Nights.
And the knights like, would you care to make it more in? Or I imagine you're the one that does that because they're not.
Yeah,
necessarily-
yeah. Let's do some let's do some money on this. I'm feeling quite lucky today. I've just been
Are you?
married to the most delightful woman, and I am excited to see where that luck takes me.
I see. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. I've been hearing that quite a bit today.
You should be proud. She's a beautiful woman. Wonderful. I remember her back from, well, the days of her father. He was a very, very noble man.
Tell me a little bit more about him. She doesn't speak about him very often. I imagine the tragedy somewhat keeps her from wishing to remember those days.
He was the perfect father, a strong knight, civil, very caring. He was proud of his family, but also proud of his house. And it was that pride in his house that made him stay when the calls to retreat were called.
I see. Well, I look forward to the day that we can reclaim her family's home for her. Yes?
Indeed. Though that time must be well posed. I don't think it wise with the naming of the Eastern Saxon king now. It would be unwise to push that until a time where we were truly ready to drive the Saxons off this island.
Is that something that I've heard about before, the Eastern Saxon king thing?
You've not. You guys have been kind of west very recently.
The naming of the what? I'm afraid I've been campaigning, well, I've been out west.
I heard. He says. You can do an intrigue roll.
My favorite thing ever?
Yeah.
Oh, Bob, I don't think I want to, actually. Oh, should I add geniality to that?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Normally, yes.
Okay, then that's going to be a 5 out of 20.
5 out of 20. You're starting to get the impression that this isn't as like much of a random encounter as you had expected it was when you got into this game.
Strange thought. I see. Well, it's nice to have some understanding of these things, I suppose.
Indeed.
What house did you say you were from again?
Apologies. I suppose I haven't been very forthcoming. My name is Sir Argon.
Sir Argon. It's delightful to meet you.
This guy.
Yeah. It's not quite my home that we're in today, but I'm happy to be your host, and I hope you're enjoying yourself.
Indeed. I'm pleased to see that your return east after your visit with Duke Gorlois was without event.
That's a strange thing for him to mention. And he did not mention what house he's from either. How rancid are the vibes right now, Bob? Are they?
As there's like a bit of a pause, he says, "You asked my house. I have no house of my own. I dwell in the king's house. I'm his household knight."
I see. Well,
And
I'm
one
honored
of
to
his
have your
consorts.
presence here. I see. Well, I'm honored to have your presence here then.
I'm honored to be here. I wanted to meet the Knights of the Sword directly. I haven't had the opportunity, and the king shows so much interest and trust in you. I wanted to be sure that that trust was well placed. It seems it is. It is indeed.
Generous words of you. I have to admit, I appreciate the king's attention, but I feel we haven't quite earned his trust yet. We've all had a difficult set of years, what with my injury and Edrich's finances. We look forward to continuing to prove that we're worthy of those who found the sword for him. Worthy of being his knights, of course.
Merlin says you're worthy. Prince Madoc thinks you're worthy. The king trusts you. That is enough.
Does Merlin speak of us often? And he kind of plays it off like a joke, but there's real genuine, a little bit of terror and curiosity in that.
Merlin speaks of you when he feels like it. That is to say, much like everything he does, when it's appropriate to him, and he feels it appropriate himself, then indeed, that seems the proper time for it to say. I don't really know Merlin. He is an enigma to me, in truth.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah, go ahead. Of course.
Can I tell you? I suspect, and this is, it is speculation of mine. There's no hint of evidence in it beyond my own gut instincts. I suspect that Merlin didn't need the four of us to find the sword for him, nor to retrieve it. Frankly, I've wondered since the day we found the sword, why he brought us with him in the first place. Perhaps it'll be an unknowable truth, or perhaps I've misjudged him, but I find that a curiosity that has yet to be satiated in my own mind.
He smiles at that. I remember when Merlin brought Madoc in the first time. A boy with an intensity in his eyes. And the face of Uther. It was Uther who was prince, not king at the time, if you recall. Aurelius was our king. And yet, that very spring, we lost King Aurelius. It seemed well timed that Merlin would come upon Uther's bastard son, locate him for the king, and bring him to him mere months before King Aurelius falls. I don't know what Merlin's goals are. They seem to be in benefit of the island, and so I do not inspect too far. But I think at the end of the day, we are all Merlin's pawns if we let him.
I think those are very wise words to say. I'll keep them in mind. Thank you.
With that, you see a lady come up, and she stands just beside him. And the game's not quite finished, and he says, he's like, my wife, Lady Diagon, this is Sir Perin. And she's like, I know. Congratulations, Sir Perin.
Thank you very much. It's charming to meet you, Lady Diagon.
She has a very, very high appearance. Like, probably second to Igraine as far as you've seen.
Good lord.
Yeah. And he says, based on where the pieces are, it seems you won this round. Here, let me pay my dues. And with that, you see he has Libram ready in his hand. He slides 5 Libram your way. He says,
interesting.
the king sends his own gifts, but please consider this your rightfully owed recompense.
I see. Well, I suppose that my luck continues to hold on this day. Thank you, both of you, and you're always welcome in Durnford Manor should you wish to speak further.
Both
Or
your luck,
simply rest your heads.
both your luck and your loyalty hold true this day, Sir Perin. And with that, he'll stand and walk off.
Did I just get bribed?
I don't know what you're talking
Well, he
about.
didn't exactly say, and this is money for stuff.
I
He
mean,
just gave you money.
he was not trying to win that game. He had that money ready too quick, and he decided that I had a victory at a certain point. Something's whack. I feel uncomfy. All right, let's go party. Woo!
I feel like it'd be funny if he actually just.
talk to you.
I think it'd be funny if he actually realized, like, fuck, I screwed that up. Quickly,
Oh,
think of
God.
something smart.
Ooh, sound cool. Ooh.
Here's 5 gold. I meant to do that.
Totally meant to. It's like the old man at the basketball court. It's like, yeah, I meant to lose that. I was just giving you a free round.
Yeah, I meant to do that. I meant to teach you the way of things, young
Yeah,
blood.
I wanted you to know what it's like to win before I snatch it from you next round. Like, okay, lady, that's how you say your name.
Diagonally.
Diagonally.
Diagon.
Oh.
Diagon. Like Diagon sounds way cooler. Diagon. We'll go with
Diagonally.
Diagon.
I'll make it happen. I'm still going for it.
So if you were like her friend, would you be a Diagon ally?
Okay.
We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there. One short movement at a time. We're on round 4. We're gonna go to Edrich and Florence, starting with Edrich.
Alrighty. Now, see, Edrich seems to be in a relatively okay position. He's not depressed anymore, and no longer under the effects of melancholy. All of the stuff that was floating around is still there. He didn't notice Goratrix leaving, but that's okay, because I don't want to eavesdrop on myself. I think I'd like to draw a card, Bob. I think I'd like to draw 2 cards.
All right. Why don't you go ahead? Edric's like, I can finally rest and do something. Oh.
Yeah, I can finally do something. Okay. Let me zoom in because they have small text. Lady in distress. You notice a lady trying to avoid an amorous knight. I roll courtesy. On a success, the lady is grateful. On a critical success, the lady sings my praises. On a failure, the knight shoves me aside and I may challenge him to a duel. On a fumble, they challenge me to a duel. And the second one is Mercy, my lord. Several ladies ask you how merciful you would be if you were confronted with your hated foe. Merciful versus your strongest hate, which is hate Saxon. Choose if tied. If merciful wins, the ladies bless me for my mercy, +1 geniality, and I get to tick merciful. And if hate wins, my violent ways seem to offend the ladies.
Is this, you must choose this card if merciful and hate Saxons is tied? Or your strongest hate? Is that what that means? Choose if tied?
No, that's...
No, that's if you have 2 hates.
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have 2 hates,
Gotcha.
you can choose the hatred.
I'm following.
So, my merciful has gone down recently. So my mercy is 10, and my hate Saxon is 14. However, I think that's quite interesting, considering what we know about what Edrich has been through.
All right.
So, yeah, let's say people have heard about, and of course they can see on my face with the scar when I was struck down and captured by the Saxons. Not a great moment, nonetheless. I do dislike Saxons, give or take a few.
Okay.
So let me
do
roll
it.
merciful.
This is probably some of the ladies of the court.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hefty failure on merciful. Hate Saxon.
Just gonna hope that.
Failure on Saxon, but less so. Oh man. So with a failure on both, none of them win.
I will let you double or nothing, because this could still backfire. Like, you didn't get minus geniality, you didn't get plus in a merciful check. You could push, or you could just go, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm, you're kind of walking out like, oh, like a little bit mixed bag. You're like, we would have to see. You give them some kind of half answer. You don't really answer the question.
I don't know. If it was like a big Saxon lady, I'd probably be far more merciful than if it was
I'd
I'd
like be
probably
so
be fine with it.
merciful.
Might be so merciful if it was someone, I've met and we shared a lot of time together and like sat under the stars.
Yeah, beautiful hair
Yeah.
beautiful eyes.
Hey, Yosa. Yosa.
I mean Yosa. Bob, I would like to roll a passion. I would like to roll my honor, and I would like to apply it to merciful if I can.
Okay. Go for
And
it.
I don't want to fucking fumble.
No. Hey, there you go.
Success. So let me roll merciful once more. That is a success, but not an amazing one. And if I roll a passion to that, do I subtract it from hate Saxon, or do I roll it straight?
I think you can apply the negative to hate Saxon. It makes sense. You are trying to appeal to your honor.
Yeah, over my need for vengeance. Okay,
Oh my god!
That is a close success. Edrich is a very angry person, so that's a success on both, and I think hate wins. That is deeply unfortunate.
You know what? I think I'm gonna spare you because it wasn't a pass and a fail, so it's like a half success. So we're gonna end this with the result of, we watched Edrich just get beaten by the dice last while. I think we're gonna let this be that ultimately you just can't answer. It's like you have this flood of memories of
Yeah.
your
Getting
time
struck
there.
multiple times, bleeding from different
Yeah.
wounds,
But also the
tied down and
confusion
left in
of
prison for
that
ages.
walk at night and seeing some of their culture and stuff, seeing the honor Theosis gave you the opportunity to die or not, and you know, there was a part of
seeing their capacity for mercy, their bravery in battle, and of course, giant Saxon lady who could bench press me, fully responsible for Edric's relationship woes.
And you maybe
I would say, I would say he's silent for a time, perhaps a time too long, and the ladies leave unsatisfied. They see at times like murderous rage interspersed with with struggle on his face.
Yeah.
You are very kind to me, Bob. Thank you.
Yeah. I think what we'll do is, rather than having the -2 geniality, we'll do is that continues to further like the gossip about like a Saxon lover a little bit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
and that could be why you like leave in that way, because it's like you're in a loser's position. You can answer with how much you hate him, and then you're playing into that card, which is not the thing you want to do. And then, or you could appeal to the mercy, which is always going to be misinterpreted thanks to the rumor mongering going about. So
exactly.
Yeah. So. All right.
That's why I picked it. I didn't expect it to be that tied, but I love it.
Okay. So that works for me. I'm good with that. Okay, so you can just pull your cards to the side, and we'll go to Florence.
Oh yeah.
Florence is also gonna party hard. Draw some cards.
Okay.
Oh shit! I think I kidnapped someone.
Yeah, we gotta be careful because we
did
can
you
click on some of these.
Who did you steal?
All right.
I don't know.
Oh, was it Gortrix? No, Gortrix is outside.
Yeah.
I think it was Sir Blaine's. I think I stole Sir Blaine's.
Sir Blaine's is
Oh,
Because
missing.
there's no one.
Oh, he's down lower. There he is. Yeah.
I found Sir Blaine's. I've returned him to his rightful place.
Thank you.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh, both of these are good.
Passing praise or ladies quarrel.
It's a cat fight.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Or my wife hits on you. I'm fine with that. That's fair, honestly.
That's fair play. That's my
At this point, we're already we're on the way to the polycule. We just gotta
That's
make
true.
it
We're
happen.
getting close there.
Getting closer.
The only one who hasn't flirted with anyone's wife is Edrich at this point.
That's unfair because he doesn't even count in this situation.
He doesn't even like ogres women.
Yeah. I'm gonna do passing praise.
Yeah. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Appearance, please. Appeal.
Before I do that, I am going to roll hospitality because it's Florence's job to be as hospitable to the hosts, his great friend and his lady wife.
As she walks by, as she walks by, a beam of light reflects off of your hair and kind of draws her attention to you. Like, oh, whoa, what's going on over there?
It's got an anime sound effect when it goes up.
Yeah. All right, that's a success.
All right.
It's not a critical though, so you live today.
Yeah, I live today. Well, no, this was the.
Well, yeah, that was the passion. We'll find out.
We'll find out if it's a critical.
Oh, that's right.
Adding 5 to this.
Would he add his geniality?
Should add my geniality
what are
to
you
appearance.
rolling again? Appearance?
Appearance.
Yeah.
He's rolling appearance.
I'll give it to
Here
you.
we go.
Add 10 to this.
Oh fuck.
Please. Please.
Ah!
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give you the option, because it can be interesting either way. It can be, I mean, the host is technically Brandman, but it could also be Lady Ellen as.
No. Do it, Mark. Go for it.
Go for it, man.
Oh, I feel so bad. But this is
Do it.
exactly what Florence would fucking do. Oh,
It is.
God. All right.
All right, so that's a crit, so she knows out loud. I think it's like because she hasn't really met Florence yet, right?
She's been around, but
Probably
like,
briefly. Yeah.
yeah, they've met a couple times. I think this might be the first time they've had an opportunity to like talk.
Formal introduction. Yeah, I think she just says she compliments him on his fashion too, and she just says, "It seems you have your reputation as the most fair knight in Salisbury precedes you."
Ah, thank you, Lady Bronwyn. You do honor me with such praise. Yes, I do take quite a lot of time and care into one's look. After all, it is important. If we are to represent the realm, well, we should look as beautiful as it.
Indeed. She's had a couple of glasses of wine. That's probably where that comes out. And then she says, "I should return tonight."
Indeed, I should return to my wife. I imagine turns to see Pomponia just glaring daggers at him, and he goes, "Uh-oh."
Let's find out. Let's find out. Do I have her sheet? I think I have her sheet somewhere.
I think Perin's gonna have to start doing the Gorlois thing with your grain with Florence. Like, I gotta sit Florence in specifically a place where I can keep an eye on him at all times.
I have Florence next to me. Not because he's my friend, because I don't trust him.
Because I don't trust him. I don't trust anybody else.
You are
It's not
my
that I don't trust
favorite.
Florence.
That's true. I don't trust him around other people.
It's not that I don't trust Florence. It's that I don't trust other people around Florence.
Or on me, I'll give you an awareness test. Where you act.
Oh my god.
Runway.
Awareness test.
Ooh.
I love seeing things. I have a +3 in genealogy now.
You got it, Bacon.
Yeah, man.
That's right.
Oh my god. I've done it
Got
again, baby. Celium,
Baby.
I don't need glasses with this character.
I'll give you a
That's
tick
the
on
person
that.
with an awareness of 9.
Oh, also, out of curiosity, when I get a crit, we gain glory, don't we?
Yeah, when you crit, you gain like your skill level. So before the passion bonus.
18.
Give me a quick moment.
Gotta remember that when it comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, I was looking for crits for myself, and I went through and I'm like, oh, there's one. I'm like, oh no, that's kills a runway instantly. That doesn't count.
We can still fight. We
You're
can
so
still fight.
glorious, killing a guest at your own wedding.
I'm
Actually,
back here, Dallin.
would
I
have
have to
killed.
tell you about
Yeah,
Goblin Knight and stuff. I forgot
Yeah.
to.
We gotta talk about Goblin Knights. Oh, I
We
critted
gotta talk
Temperate.
about Goblin Knights and hit each other.
You hear what sounds like crying like down the hall, like out of the banquet hall. Sounds like a-
Uh-oh.
Oh my god, I do?
yeah.
Well, I don't know about stranger danger or any of those things Megan read on the internet. Let's get lured into a trap, or maybe see a crying person.
Okay. You can take reckless.
Like, actually,
Yep.
whoops, guy. Oh my god, it's my first reckless tick. I've been trying to get one of these for a bazillion years.
Yeah, right.
You've finally given me a reckless tick.
You've given you a reckless tick.
I've given me a reckless tick.
Okay. You leave the hall, and you run into these two. You like almost get bowled over by a 7-year-old, and she's
Is
like
the
she's
7-year-old
crying.
crying?
Yeah, and her mom's with her, and they look like they're in a panic.
The fuck did Goratrix do? I recognize them as the ones that left with Goratrix, right?
Yeah. Yep. Because you succeeded at that, right? Didn't you succeed?
I
at
did.
that? Okay.
Yeah,
She
I
did.
succeeded, and I had nothing to do with it. So I was just like, well, that guy's leaving.
When
Good for him.
yeah, they're like, help!
You all right? Help?
It's Gortrix, Sir Gortrix.
What's wrong with him?
Someone. We walked out of the stables and someone was there. He went to investigate and there's blood. There's a lot of
Right,
blood.
okay. Go in there and tell more people I'm gonna go check it out now. And she just like runs and hopes that they are going to continue to go into the feast hall.
Okay. They come running in. And we're going to actually...
Earning my reckless tick.
Yep. And you can add your geniality. Oh, wait. You don't get any geniality yet. You will get 10 glory for this. So
10 glory, baby.
Yeah, for being the one
Every bit
spotted.
I will record it in Glory Tracker.
So
We'll record it in my glory tracker.
I want to give people an opportunity to react to this, like in character. So I think Rhiannon, she runs up and she looks around and she spots Edrich, and she runs up to Edrich, who's probably not far from Perin and Florence at this point.
Yeah, I imagine they're
Probably
probably talking about something right now.
And the little girl runs to Sir Every. Sir Edrich, it's Gortrix.
What has happened?
Someone attacked him in the stables.
What?
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are knights, get your squires to bring you arms. There has been an assault on these grounds. Deo, my blade.
Oh, Perin does not agree with that choice, but he's done it. All right.
It's his cousin. It's his cousin.
I know.
He's gotta
I
do
know.
something.
You
I
just
can't
might
lose
have
one more family.
There's a panic. We'll talk about this later.
Roderick, being a
I
bit
know.
drunk, says, "Who is it, Edrich? Is it Saxons? Have they come this far?"
I do not know. I will find out.
Perrin's going to lean over to Dallin and Charnog and go, I'm going to stick with Florence and Edrich. They'll watch out for me. I'd like Dallin to stand by Roderick and protect Roderick, and then Carnog protect Bronwyn. Just keep an eye on them. Try to keep the peace, but your focus is making sure they're safe.
Right. Jaren's going to be one of the first people to bound off after this too, obviously. But
Oh no.
Of course he
Oh
is.
my
Yeah, of course
gosh.
he is.
A fight?
Great time for me
Yeah.
and
He
Darren
somehow-
to have a conversation. Wow. We're gonna meet each other.
Jaren somehow pulls a springboard out from under his table and uses it to launch out the window, like doing a triple somersault.
In the absence of Gortrix throwing him out, he will go out to try and kill Gortrix.
okay. You, Eronmi, you get out to the stable first, like minutes before everybody else. I need you to make a first aid test.
Okay. I've got a question while I'm looking up stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, does my geniality still apply?
I will give it to you as a bonus here. Yeah.
Okay. May I also impassion myself?
Yes, you can. Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna use honor.
He hate
Success.
Salisbury.
Well,
Start
I hate
sticking
Salisbury, and
Gortrix.
also
Removed intestines.
I just said I was going to help, so I have to. It's my word. Okay, so first aid check.
Yes, please.
Plus 5 plus 3, which is 8. Succeeded.
All right.
Souped myself up enough.
Oh, yeah.
My question before I did all of the housekeeping was, Edrich mentioned get your squires to grab your swords, which has made me realize that I probably did not have a sword on me.
That's why I take
when I
Respos for
left.
you. Yep.
That's why.
Yeah. So you get out
I'm
here.
sure it's fine. Does Gortrix have a sword?
Yes. It's kicked to the side, but it's
Right,
out.
I'm stealing that from him. He's not using it, but I'm doing first
You're
aid on him
perfectly
first.
allowed.
Okay. You secure the perimeter. You find that there is a bloody mess. It looks like one of the horses was slain out here.
Okay, well, that's just rude.
Yeah.
How is Goratrix doing?
Gortrix is badly beaten. Looks like someone like clubbed him several times. It will be a major wound for Gortrix in this case. Probably caught him by surprise. Like,
Is he
like you didn't
conscious?
see him.
I have 31 hit points. It's okay.
He is not conscious. In fact, your first aid was like keeping him
Yeah,
alive.
he's bad.
Yeah.
Okay. Glad he's not dead. Yikes. Are there any signs of like where they could have gone?
Yeah, you see what looks like bloody footprints a bit and bloody hoof prints. So whoever it was just must have either stolen a horse or they took their own horse, but they're gone. It looks like they've left. You kind of look out in the distance and you see someone far away, like riding into the night towards Shoot Forest.
Oh, does it look like I could reasonably follow, or is that like not following
It
distance?
would be pretty hard to. Yeah, you could try, but you also hear like a big gaggle of people following, like coming out now. You hear lots of voices, lots of knights going, we'll kill him. That's fine. Yeah. So what do you want to do as a bunch of knights? You know what I'm gonna say? First person here is Every. And this knight looks out and he says, "Who did this?"
He's over there. He killed a horse and he's riding down to that forest.
Okay. I think Every's gonna get on his horse. So you could opt to if you wanted to. Jaren will most certainly. As the rest of you guys get out here, you're coming in as Jaren's like starting to ride off, because that's what Jaren does. If you want to do that to Aronimi, you could.
I think I'm gonna prudent versus reckless for if I do it before anyone else does.
Okay. Sounds about right. That sounds about
Okay,
right.
I do it before anyone else does.
Aronimi does.
Let's earn that reckless tick.
Okay. As Perin, Florence, Edrich, as you get out here, you'll note that it looks like Gortrix is badly beaten. You see it's Florence's prize horse from the king that's been killed.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, politically motivated, perhaps.
Florence is immediately getting on his fucking horseback, whatever he has brought with him.
Yeah.
Probably like the one his wife was riding or whatever.
Yeah.
And he would immediately take off.
Okay. What about Perin and Edrich as all this is happening?
I need to test something before I do, so go ahead, Edrich, first.
I'm gonna say, as angry as Edrich is, that cold fury burning behind him, another misfortune laid upon the feet, indeed the very grounds of the manor of Winterbourne Stoke. Edrich's famous quality, one of them is how much he loves his family. So he is going to kneel beside his cousin, just lift his giant head up, and try and. Iran did a lot of first aid, but Edrich is going to try and move him into a comfortable position. If there are people around who are sober and hefty enough to move a person, going to say, get him inside and into a bed. We'll have him seen by a churgeon.
Perin's
just cradling his giant head.
Perin's gonna, I think, test proud versus just. No, incorrect. Perin, I think, is gonna do modest versus proud or just versus modest. Bob. because the two things that are going through his head right now are, this is a massive insult to my house and my family. Also, a friend of mine was just attacked, and at a place that's supposed to be a peaceful ground, and then also justice needs to be brought. And I think they're seeing red right now. But I think there's also a little bit of housework they need to do before they just ride off into the forest,
Right. Yep.
So I think I'm gonna test just versus modest. Is that okay?
Yep.
Okay.
I'll be listening in, but I'll be right back.
Okay, fumble on modest, and a big little success on just. So I
Get
think
that motherfucker.
Perin. Yeah, I think Perrin's also hopping on the horse and then calling out to Fleor as he goes if she's out here. If not, then Edrich or somebody, and then going. Hero already, or not Hero. Evry, did Evry also ride off? Edrich did, right? He was the first one.
Yep.
Okay. I think Perrin's just going to call out and say, find Rianwei and hold her comfortably. I'd like to speak with her, and then he's going to ride off.
Okay. One sec.
Somebody's fucking dying tonight. I'm not. This is not cool. I am upset.
At my wedding, save it for the other weddings. God.
I wanted my wife to have one really nice day.
You know it's not a
No
Kenrick
way.
wedding without a dead horse.
Ah!
Yo, Tony, what should I send Jimmy the Rat as a message? I don't know, a horse's head or something.
In his bed. It rhymes, you see.
Okay.
Oh, mob mentality. If it rhymes, it's right.
If it rhymes, it's right.
Oh, you fumbled on modest, my word.
Okay. So
But yes,
for those riding off into the forest, I will take a hunting roll from everyone who's going.
could
I am-
Edrich go later? Because he's got to look after Goratrix first, but also, as a knight, he has to ensure that this is sorted out. Otherwise, an attack on his household and his cousin would be bad.
It's more direct timing, I think, is the biggest concern with this. So it's
Yeah.
why don't we do? We'll come to that. I think it's like this is a matter of time, right? Like, can you keep
Exactly.
a warm trail? If not, it's going to be a cold trail, right? So,
I think there's enough people rushing off that.
Yeah.
Mr. Bob, I have already used Love of Family at the feast. Could I use Love of Family Passion here as well?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
So Florence is gonna roll homage Uther.
Okay.
Because this
Oh,
was one
yes.
of the gifts from the king. So this
Ooh.
motherfucker's gonna pay
Yeah, get that guy.
Indeed.
Get that bastard.
16. It is a
you
plus
got
10.
it. And a plus 10.
I'm guessing we don't get to add a geniality of this.
I pray we get to add the
No.
geniality. 28 versus 29? Fuck whoever that guy is.
That guy.
It's Oberon. He's after you again, Thomas.
He's
I
back.
will invade Fairy. I will pour molten cold iron into his goddamn tree fortress.
Yes,
When you get
Florence.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Florence, you absolute buffoon.
Yes.
You hero.
I need.
Oh.
That was my
Okay.
goddamn horse.
Okay.
So we are not adding our geniality, yes? Just to double check. I mean,
No.
obviously not, but yeah, okay.
And
I'd love to, but no. Actually, no, I wouldn't love to because I was great with what I got.
I succeeded
Hey!
as well.
hey,
Everyone's doing awesome.
what passions when you succeed on them give you a plus 10, or is it a
It
specific
could actually be
situation?
20 or above.
20 or above. Never mind then.
Yeah.
I've just got my plus 5. All right,
Uh,
got a 4.
You can technically get 10 if you critical on a
Uh,
passion of 16 to 19.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
so,
I also succeeded on my hunting roll.
so this gets a little complicated. The critical hunting will mean that Florence is the only one that is capable of tracking this person, which will put Florence in a one-on-one position with this
Out of
person.
curiosity, did I have... I would have brought my spear.
Yeah,
Okay, that's good. 'Cause
I think you
Edrich
know.
told squires to
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I think you
no,
know.
I wouldn't have my armor. That's going to be a problem.
Just don't die or
Do you-
lose an arm.
So you realize you have an opportunity to pursue this guy who's now like a criminal of Logris. Like he's attacked an officer of Uther's, right?
And he killed my goddamn horse.
Right.
And he killed
That's your
More
personal thing.
importantly-
I'm just
That's true,
stressing
yeah.
that he's actually a criminal. Like this
Actually,
is
a
not
criminal.
just
Yeah. Well, then he has
You-
a duty as a
yeah.
knight.
You find yourself at a place where you all fan out a bit to try and get a trail. You catch it, but you know that it's gonna go cold if you round back and gather the others.
Yeah, I'm going after this dude.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get this fucker.
Hell yeah, Florence.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, also don't forget to get your critical glory as well.
Oh yes.
Oh yes, that's right. Well, that's
That's
two
two.
glory.
It's important.
Every little bit counts, but yes.
You ride up and kind of end up in this small opening. You can hear the distant sound of the dogs and the horses from various knights, probably, a few 100 meters away at this point. Not terribly far. You see the figure turns. You see that they're adorned with some kind of helm that has strange like antlers up on their head, and they turn and face you. And the light shines off their face for a moment, and you're instantly brought back. Actually, give me a recognize roll with your. You can roll it with your bonus for being impassioned. Yeah.
It's that guy that Goratrix had to escort out of the
Nope.
building. I like it. Oh,
Even
you
with
got
plus
that.
10?
No, because I got a 3 for recognize. My main thing is heraldry.
Yeah, you do.
Oh.
So is this guy maybe carrying his banner with him?
No, he looks familiar, but you can't place the face.
All right.
You remember that cold look as he looks at you.
Orochimaru.
Yeah.
Well done. Sir Florence, I see you found my gift.
I see. So your quarrel seems to be with me. Would I be right to assume you are the one who also left me that deer?
You would assume correct. Don't worry. I'll leave your head for her. She can pay mourning to your beautiful face.
I think you have made a big mistake in this confrontation. For you see, you are a criminal of the lands of Logris, all that belong to King Uther. As you have betrayed his lands and his knights, you have betrayed your right to live amongst us. Prepare yourself, for you face down the justice that you so deserve.
You may wish to pray once more to your Roman god. It will be the last time that you have the opportunity.
I pray only that God may take mercy on your soul when I pierce your heart with my spear.
And then he starts forward. On the
Charging
horse.
that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Fuck him up, Florence. Fuck him up.
Fuck him up.
Now,
Yeah, get
I will
him.
note that ridiculous hunting roll is because he is impassioned. He has a hate for Sir Florence at 20.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Whoa.
Motherfucker!
What did you do, Mark?
Nothing.
Well,
Mary
Okay,
Pomponia,
here's the thing.
apparently.
That's true.
yeah, he used his mastery of the spear, so to speak. Now he's going to use his mastery of the spear to kill this guy.
Now he's gonna do it again.
Was that innuendo?
It was in your endo. Oh,
Oh!
And
Feed
that's
us
it.
what
I'm
I
not
was
even going to
going
roll today. We're done.
Well, thank you for joining us on this session. All right.
Guess Florence dies.
forgive me, everyone.
No, that was good.
Oh, that's a low
Oh.
roll.
Oh, man.
Could be
Yeah.
worse. It could be worse. That was with your
Could.
passion bonus?
Yes, I
That
rolled
was
like
pretty
shit.
passion. He rolled a 2.
Wow. Yeah, that's not great.
No, he can't.
Where?
He can't lose that.
He can't lose?
He can't
It's
lose.
impossible for him? Oh,
Whoa.
man.
No, he can. He can, but it's.
Unlikely. Imagine he's
Hold on,
How
let
good
me
is
let me
this
just
man
make sure I got the
here?
math. So
I mean, as
Okay.
long as he doesn't crit and kill you instantly, you're fine. Well, you're not wearing armor. You might be dead, actually.
Yeah,
Say
even if
that,
he hits me,
Liam.
I might be dead. I don't have it. I don't have armor. I don't have a shield.
Oh my!
Oh!
Horseshoe
Get
up!
Holy shit.
Horseshoe up the ass. He rolled a 3. So.
Oh,
Holy
Yes.
shit.
Yeah.
Let's go, motherfucker.
Delightful.
Woo!
Wow. I think you should tick spear for that.
Yeah, I'll
That's
give it.
incredible.
I'll give it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. He too is not wearing significant armor. So just give me your horse damage.
Actually, I think it'd be regular damage because horse damage would be if I was charging.
You are charging.
Actually, oh, this counts as charge. All
Yeah.
right, perfect.
You guys are like jousting basically. Before it was
a
cool.
question. I'll roll the charger damage because I don't think it changes.
Are you talking
Less.
about for
The horse that I'm on.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a second. Wait, which one are
Alright.
you? No, you're riding a. You're not on a charger,
It'd
Would you be?
And, oh, it's.
or did you
I
borrow
guess-
someone else's charger?
I think
Um,
he
You
would
could easily.
Yeah.
If there's one thing the House of Winterbourne and Stoke has a lot of, it's horses.
Okay,
Yeah.
so a charger. Yeah. I think you know.
I
what
do, in
you
fact,
need.
have a spare chart.
Yeah, so give me your horse damage. Okay.
Ooh, 14.
Mm,
On a high roll.
That could have been
Silver
much
Three
Three
better.
ones.
So,
Oh, I sure hope the sounds of battle attract us.
yeah.
So I'm just doing. Hold on. So 15. That would be a +5.
I feel like a truck that really hated Sir Florence hit me over the head multiple times with a club.
So that definitely does damage to him, but it doesn't knock him down. He stays like just on
Yeah.
sheer force of will. He stays strong on his horse.
I don't think either of us can fail that roll at this point.
Yeah, because you're so impassioned. Awareness test for those in the forest.
In the forest. I failed.
Does that count
This
your?
sucks.
Weren't you impassioned?
Yeah.
That's what the okay.
I hear something.
You hear something.
Good news. I will be completely useless in this fight. I literally can. I can still.
You show up and
steer.
you're like, get
I
him,
can-
Florence!
I can,
Yeah.
I can run interference and I can still kind of lance, but not well. And my sword is fucking nothing. I have no sword.
You could communicate to the other people, I guess. Be like,
I imagine the
You
fact
can roll
that
siege.
I
don't know if that'll
imagine
help.
real siege. I imagine because you guys have split by virtue of Florence being able to
Yeah,
find him alone, we've
yeah.
kind of fanned out. So
Yeah.
I can roll battle. I can coach you. Come on, kid. You gotta get back in there. You gotta get in the fight.
Gotta give him the old one too.
Get up, you son of a bitch.
You gotta crap lightning, and you're
Yeah.
gonna eat thunder.
Get up, Rock. All right, so 1d20 versus what am I doing here? Oh, I guess it's just the next round, right? That's really what we're doing.
Next round
So-
of battle.
Okay, so
Oh, I succeeded, by the way.
yeah, so you're on your way. Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah.
The worst part is, Edrich is, I think, your spear was 18, right?
Who, Edrich?
No, Florence.
Oh, Florence.
Yes, his spear is 18.
did he just
Yeah,
roll
I think
awareness?
Edrich is by one the best combatant. And
So-
he's just looking after his incredibly big injured cousin.
Oh, right.
We
We're-
weren't convinced that this man was going to have such an intense hatred for Florence specifically.
He'd go out of his way to kill the prized horse of just that one guy, though.
Yeah.
But
he could have spent that time escaping, but
Well, that was like the thing. He came across it and he's like, "Oh shit, there are people here."
no. So the story is Goratrix came upon him killing the
Oh.
horse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Hey, Gortrix.
Yeah.
I did my best. It wasn't enough.
But Goratrix wasn't armed, and he was. So naked wrestling didn't work out that time.
Damn it.
Yeah. So
It normally does, but sometimes people get lucky.
Sometimes
So,
people have weapons, damn
Mark,
them.
your choice. You can choose to continue to ride out for another charge, which would mean you both get to contest charge, or you can stay locked in this close position and use your spear. Or
Does he have a
sword.
lance or a
He has
sword?
his spear,
Okay, so we both have spears.
but spears can be close range too on mount.
Yeah.
They don't like. It's not like a jousting pole where like you have to.
Yeah. Well, I think by virtue of how his strength works, I think he's gonna like pull around to do like another charge at him.
Okay. So actually, ride out in another contested
Yep.
round of charge. Okay. Your roll, good sir. Roll high, sir.
believe in
Roll
you.
high. Roll high.
18. Yep.
You did it. You did it.
oh my god, what a hero!
Oh yeah,
I
I believe in you.
Oh my
I would
god! I keep rolling
Oh my
shit.
god, 4 ones.
I would like to forfeit all of my glory and give it to Florence, please.
Can I have your rolls instead?
No.
I love that. No. Wait. Various. I'm just trying to think here. All right. Wow. With the one, he I'm trying to remember how knockdown works. So, how does knockdown work before bonuses?
I think it's if
You
you
test-
fail,
One of
you're
us
knocked
has to
down.
say, "Eat shit, fall off your horse."
Yeah.
But I need to quickly check.
So if it's,
Test
I think, yeah, you test dex
We
or
have a-
horsemanship if you're on a horse, which he
Oh,
tested.
that's good to know.
He tested, but he's got a pretty high horse, but he failed it.
Huh?
Did he
so,
fail?
Yeah.
He rolled a 1,
He-
didn't he?
well, no, he didn't fail. He got a 1 + 5, so I guess he succeeds.
Yeah.
Is that contested versus something? Does he have to beat a number?
I think it's
No,
just
no. I
successful
think
fail.
he has to fail horsemanship. Yeah,
Okay.
he has to fail horsemanship, which I don't think he did.
I just don't like that then, because then you like there's a point where if you're impassioned
Yeah,
enough,
you
you
can't
just can't
fail.
fall off your horse. Like you can't fail
Yeah.
at all.
I
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. It's
think
like you have to be
thematically
a
it makes
certain
sense.
you have to be a certain level of impassioned, or you have to be pretty high in horse anyway. I think that
Yeah.
tracks.
Okay.
There's
but
a
when
risk
you-
versus
10.
reward when it comes to passion.
But there's no risk either when you get to
Um,
passion 20 something because you just succeed.
Well,
But
yeah,
this-
there is.
yeah, well-
All you have to say is, now this is a trying situation, so roll with a -5, and if you
Oh, yeah.
fail, you go into madness.
Yeah, it's true.
A giant has just punched you. I think you just go. I think you just fall off your horse.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so he stays riding, but he's very injured now. He has taken 18 damage through his minimal armaments because he's not dressed up to knight right now. He's dressed up to
Do I
brigand.
arrive now as well?
Yeah. At this point, you see that the brigands now gone 2 rounds of exchange on the horse with Florence.
Now,
That's
do
wounded.
I recognize this man?
Give her a try? I don't remember if Perin... Yeah, you might have. Because Perin got to see him hauled off that... You were also hammered that feast. Went back.
Oh yeah, I was. Liam doesn't remember
Very
that
true.
feast at all, so I don't know, man.
Give me a
Edrich
recognized
wasn't
test. You never
there.
7 out of 15 success.
know. You do. 1 second. You don't recall his name. What you know
Sure.
him from is the first time that Florence met Pomponia. You remember Gortrix talking about someone that was after Pomponia. That was why she came into Florence's arms. Someone was bothering her at the feast. She was trying to get away
Right.
from him. Then Gortrix hauled him off. When all of you last talked about this, it was the stag that died at Florence's wedding. The
Right. Yes.
And Edrich, I believe, said I can reach out to my cousin, maybe get an answer on who that was. So you assume Gortrix
Right.
actually knows who he is as well.
Okay. All right.
But this is for sure that guy.
So I think Perin is even more pissed now because this is stupid.
Yeah.
like this isn't some big dramatic like, oh, you killed my father,
No.
or, oh, you betrayed me.
Mm.
It's just he was a little bit embarrassed one time.
No, he is
No,
like
he loves Pomponia too.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But also,
still
like,
dumb. I'm
from
not
Perin's
taking it away from
perspective,
you.
Yeah, it's still dumb.
yeah, from Perin's perspective, that's where this should have ended.
Yeah.
So, I think Perin, if he can, is going to attempt to charge and lance. And I don't know if my honor will allow me to do this, but I'd like to target his horse rather than him. Is that something that I can do?
I
have
think
a-
that's one of my horses that he stole. So just
I'll pay you back.
okay.
I'm not taking the kill here, but also I do not want this man to get away.
I'll get it. So your goal is to wipe him out.
Yeah, I want him unhorsed.
What's Florence doing when this is happening? So you round about for exchange, you see Perin emerge, and then he starts to charge the guy.
I think as this is happening, Florence kind of, probably gets a little bit of the idea of what Perin is doing. Is not going to charge at him, is instead going to just straight up after the charge, just come back and try and stab him at the same time while Perin's attacking the horse.
Okay. All right.
Two-pronged assault. Is he going to split his action?
I don't know. He might just try to kill Florence.
That's a good question, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just going to try to kill Florence.
His hate's strong enough. Yeah, his hate's strong enough. I would say that probably tracks.
All right, so just give me a base.
I think I was some kind of Saxon.
You know what? Just give me your base damage, Liam. I think that's really all you need to do. Because
All right.
he's not trying to avoid it.
So you can do enough to take down the horse.
Yeah, that's enough.
As a 19.
He goes
Okay.
flying off the horse, and then there's that last exchange with Florence. Florence, you get a +5 to your roll.
Plus 15.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
additional +5. What? How's
Oh
that
my
possible?
god.
You can't, because you would have
He
had a
rolled
16.
2.
I think it
Yeah.
rolled wrong.
He rolled a 2.
Yeah, but it
No,
should
no,
have
you
been.
rolled right. You
Yeah,
rolled
no,
a 2.
I rolled it wrong.
Should have
It
been
should have a
Did
plus.
you?
minimum of 17. Should have been the minimum.
No, because his roll is 18, and if he adds 15 to it, that means he adds 13 to the roll, and he rolled a
Yeah,
2.
so it is
So
right.
it's 15.
Okay.
15.
Okay.
That's
Oh,
correct.
yeah.
I'm following.
Huh. Well, he's on foot, so is he still?
He's
is
not
he still
having a
using
good
spear?
time.
Can he still use spear, or is he?
He
He
can.
can.
He's just at a -5.
Gotcha.
So he loses his bonus.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was a good plan by me. Yes.
Oh, baby.
Fuck
Right.
him up.
Give me damage for him.
Fuck him up.
This is just regular damage.
Subplot
Well-
over.
8 plus 18. Yeah. He drops.
Hell yeah.
Unconscious. He's not killed.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. I get. Okay. Perin kind of rounds the horse, and you can tell that even that charge was really quite difficult for him, as he's only got the one arm to work with.
Florence doesn't know that. He just thinks you're being weird.
That's right. Okay, in that case, yeah, I think Perin just straight up drops the lance.
Yeah, in
and-
his mind, he's like, "Why are you doing it with the wrong hand?"
Are you all right?
The queen.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you, Perin. I'm just glad to take down this rogue.
Indeed, you look unharmed.
Yes. I think honestly it's the adrenaline that's got me this far.
Perin unhorses and gets over to the guy and removes whatever weapons he might have. Do we have any rope with our horses or anything like that?
Sure. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna make sure he can't squiggle away. I mean,
Yeah.
he's unconscious and injured. I doubt he could anyway, but just in case.
Florence is going to remove his helmet with the antlers on it, and is going to just kind of hold it up, looking to it, and goes, "Huh, quite the trophy, wouldn't you say, Sir Perin?"
I am trying very hard to maintain some level of composure here. I was really, really upset that this man has caused violence at my wedding.
I can understand that.
I'm sorry about your horse.
Yes. Well, it's only the prized horse that Uther gave me. Royal stock. Almost impossible to replace. But it's fine. It's fine.
I imagine this brigand will end up paying with his life, at the very least. Some
I'm sure.
consolation.
But he should definitely seek justice for his crimes. If he survives. We'll see how the night goes.
I would very much like to make sure he survives to see justice.
Well then, let's round up the searchers and return back to Winterbourne.
Would you give me a hand loading him up on my horse?
Oh, yeah, sure thing.
All right.
Good attacking my cousin on this, the day of my
The day
friend's
of-
wedding.
My wedding.
What is Edrich, what is your love family?
18.
Okay. I'll give you a tick on that. And I'll give you a tick on prudent.
I will
Oh,
be right
yeah.
back. I'll give me just a second.
Well, okay. I was about to say, I'm gonna.
Sorry, just
No.
a second.
No. It's all good. I'm just rapping, so I gotta
Yeah.
get going soon. Anyways,
I gotta get going,
4
too.
hour friggin' run. Thanks so much for playing. I gotta count for how long, or set a timer. I think maybe might be the requirement for the feast actions. And I can pause it if we're looking something up. But yeah, this is Perin's wedding. Minus Liam.
Yeah,
who's not here.
absolutely nothing went wrong.
Nothing.
Just like I said.
Could have been the death of Florence,
Exactly.
depending on how that worked out, right? So.
But I would like to say, the reason the feast rounds go so long is because we're having fun while doing them. So,
I agree. And I don't want to take away from the
Yeah.
fun. That's why I struggle with it. But then at the same time,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
You've,
But,
you've got to
Okay.
figure out how long and when to.
when to pull the trigger on it.
Sometimes you gotta know when to hold them and when to pull them.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's see. So just some quick outros. There's no game Sunday the 8th. We'll be meeting back again next week for our next episode. I gotta talk to EP and figure out whether it makes sense to, because we didn't do winter phase or anything. So
What about my wedding
I gotta
gifts?
think about it. Yeah.
We'll
we
do
can
that.
we can do those
next
off screen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if you guys don't have
I-
anything meaningful enough to give on screen, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, I've got a
I
really
know exactly
personalized
what I'm
gift.
giving to you.
I do too. but
I'm writing you a musical.
yes.
As we speak, it's going to be the details of your wedding, and it's going to include the heroic capture of this brigand, keeping your friends safe.
Oh, very good. Very good. All right.
Yes. And
I'll
the
talk to-
Florence character needs to have like a monologue. Florence is very, very specific about.
Mhm.
I'll talk to AP about it.
Fine.
Maybe we can push that back.
We can do. I mean, we can do an off-screen winter phase and then recap what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I think that's comfy.
However, I won't be able to do it now because I actually do gotta get going.
No, we gotta get going. So let's wrap her up with some quick outros. Does anyone have anything they want to say? We can just do this out of order tonight.
Nope.
Not particularly.
Great time, everybody. I'm married
Yeah.
now. Woo!
Great time. Thanks, Megan.
Did you know we
I'm
have a
me.
Dandy Discord? We also have a Discord. If you
Yes.
could
We have a
ship
Discord.
posts and stuff.
Check out the Discord. Do that.
Yeah. Lots of stuff, cool stuff. See you for those
Thank
watching.
you, Megan, for joining
Tuesday.
us. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was good to finally meet Aronwi as Edrich.
It was good to finally meet
It's like
you.
Great.
Our
Thank you for
speed
saving
goodbye.
Gortrix's life.
All right, guys.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good one.
See you, everyone.
Bye.